To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 you got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go.
Wrap up your Monday with some laughs. Make sure to join Will, Seven, Dan the Dick Werner, and Josie as they dive into the hottest topics of the week across sports, including baseball, basketball, and the NFL. You can catch the episode live Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast, or Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. Don't miss the Sports Report Podcast. Don't miss Fight Night. Every Tuesday night, Will Morgan and Josie Haney break down the hottest topics of the week across combat sports, including UFC, boxing, WWE, AEW, and more. Past episodes are available on youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast, and each episode will air again Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. Don't miss Fight Night. Tune in or tap out. For all things baseball, don't miss the Winter Meetings podcast Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast, and again Tuesday mornings on West Coast Radio at 11 a.m. Eastern. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hardwood. More Stacks, more Dick on Wednesday night. It is February 22nd. Stacks will be out with me in just 1 second. I would just like to take this time to thank everybody at the network for working here. And this is usually the part where I would put some kind of ad in, right? But we don't have any sponsors yet, Michelob Ultra. Michelob Ultra has not came to us like what I thought they might, and given us any sponsorships. We will rep the shit out of you. And on that note, I'm gonna bring in Stacks. How's it going, buddy?
Danny boy, how the hell are you, sir?
I'm all right, man. Just trying to just picking up from last week, just right on the Michelob Ultra train.
We definitely needed a ticker sponsor. So anybody, Michelob,
just on the bottom.
Yeah, just come on down.
Absolutely.
Yes, come on down. As Dan said, we'll rep the shit out of you. So
we will give you the fair love that your delicious watered down beverage deserves.
Absolutely.
Stacks, what do we got tonight for subject matter?
Yeah, real quick, just want to say congrats to Adrian Martinez. Got drafted yesterday, Dan, in the USFL draft, second round pick, number 15th overall. Former Husker, also former Wildcat. So shout out to Adrian Martinez. Just want to throw that out there.
We always kind of knew that he was going to be a USFL quarterback.
Yeah, that's
kind of knew.
That's kind of where that was headed. So, good luck to him. Believe it or not, I don't know if you know this. Mike Riley coaches the New Jersey Generals, and that's who he got drafted by. So, two former Huskers, so to speak. Little Husker connection there on both ends there.
Adrian Martinez is like not if you bought Baker Mayfield on Wish, but like if you bought Baker Mayfield at like a back alley pawn shop in rural Arkansas.
Oh man, that's even worse.
And then he plays 4 years for us. Starts all 4 years.
All 4 years. Didn't have much like Casey Thompson this past season. Didn't really have much of a line to save his life, and yeah, and honestly, just couldn't stay healthy, and so, but yet he went to frickin' Kansas State last year, and honestly, early in the year was like kind of in talks for the Heisman,
right?
Early last year, so change of scenery and a coaching staff that actually gives a shit, that helps, doesn't it, man?
Oh, Adrian always beat up on those fucking those D2 schools that we played there at the beginning of the year. He was always the best player on the field then. That's interesting.
He was. That freshman year, it got me excited. I remember that Colorado game like it was yesterday. He was in there and running all over the place, and he was healthy as an ox and just looking great. But as per usual as a Husker fan, it just never works out quite the way you think it's going to.
Have you ever seen a guy who does as much as Adrian Martinez and also nothing at all as much as Adrian Martinez?
Oh, no.
He's just out there. You know what I'm talking about?
There. Yeah.
Out there running around. Like it looks like it's like Adrian Martinez could be a good quarterback. But it's never going to come to fruition because I think that he just never learns. It's like he doesn't learn from anything that happens in the play before. It's just like every play is a complete reset amnesia. Like where he just forgets everything that happened before that and like, oh, I can probably try this again. It's like, no.
Absolutely. Well, nope. and Dan, to follow your point, there was a reason K-State was run heavy last year. So when he was healthy, so
good runner of the football,
absolutely. In my opinion, definitely a little bit better thrower than old Tommy Armstrong, but
dude, I loved Tommy Armstrong, bro. I loved Tommy Armstrong. I have some posts. I have some posts I'll have to show you about when Tommy was still playing. Like I loved Tommy Armstrong, dude. He was the gunslinger. He was the gunslinger we never had. He was like
man.
He was like Frazier if Frazier would have played, I feel like Tommy would have been throwing the ball like that all around, like just crazy shit. Like just had a lot of arm talent, but just didn't know where it was going. Like Wild Thing, just fucking and zero touch.
Mechanics, nothing, absolutely nothing as far as mechanics are concerned.
He was like old, all the time. He was like old Jake Bartek in basketball. You remember that?
A little bit. Jake.
Everything just went. And I love Jake to death. He's not a watcher of the show, but I'll get him to watch. He was just had no touch around the rim, basically. Everything like it's hard to when he's palming the ball and shit. It's playing like a posy for him, basically. So, yeah. So he just had no touch. That's basically what Tommy just would throw shit. Guy was 5 yards away. All you need is a little touch pass. Tommy's throwing at 90 miles an hour. Just Armstrong. Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
Are you getting any cut on your side, Stacks? You're frozen a little bit.
No, but not on my end, but my video must be or something because it's jacked up.
I think you're good now.
What's going on?
I think you're good now.
Yeah, I think I'm good. So Dan, before we hit on All-Star break, or All-Star weekend, sorry, it's technically still All-Star break. There's no games tonight, right. For those that are viewing. Anyway, for those that are watching later after the show, no games tonight, guys.
No games tonight. So if you didn't watch one, then you'll know.
Yeah, right. But anyway, so I didn't know if you saw what the Rockets owner said in regards to Wembanyama sweepstakes.
I did not.
Did you see this? I don't know. I'm not sure if I can share it on here, but can you see my screen?
You can.
All right, let's play this.
Is it YouTube?
This is Twitter.
Yeah.
Hey, go Rockets.
Hey, absolutely. we got, thank God we got 10 days off.
Thanks so much.
Ready for Victor.
Yes. Happy Mardi Gras. Okay, well, I know we're not going to talk business, so I'll just say go Rockets.
Picture. Whoops.
Wow.
That's what they're doing down there in Houston, Dan. They're praying for Victor. That's what they're doing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just tanking out. Josie will be on here in a second. We'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk to her about it.
I guess we should have waited, but either way,
you're good. It's all right.
I just thought that was a great way to start the show. They are literally praying for Wembanyama in Houston. I love it.
What do you project Victor Wembanyama to be? If anybody hasn't seen this guy, maybe check out a few highlights if you're an NBA fan at all, because this guy's the unicorn of all unicorns. He's like the Mewtwo of basketball unicorns. He's like the coveted one. Yes. He's a Charizard. He's a big old Charizard unicorn.
That just is
out there, and somebody's just got to catch him, right? So we're making Pokemon references now. Somebody's just got to catch him, and whoever catches him, it's going to be partly luck because
it is
Houston can fuck up the easiest of things,
no doubt.
They might just end up winning enough games. And if you think any of those guys on that roster are like, some of them just don't care. They're just like, all right, as long as I'm getting paid, I'll just stay on the roster. Some of those dudes are going to be pissed about him saying that. They're going to be like, oh, really? Like we're just tanking out, huh? Like that's what we are at this point. And is that what they should be for, the future of their franchise? Probably, but there's no guarantees. That's why the lottery is so awesome. Like there's actually no reason to tank because, if you're even finished with the bottom 5 records, you got a pretty good shot at getting the number 1 pick. What is it? The last like 4 or 5 years that the worst record hasn't gotten the number 1 pick. So it's been like the second or third and even the fourth.
Second or third, yes. And not only that, sometimes you don't even need the number 1 pick. Let's be honest. Like, if you're in that top 5, even sometimes, into the 10s there, you find something. So.
But with this one, though, Stacks, this is an important one to have the number 1.
This one specifically, yes. Yes.
And Wembanyama, back to where we kind of started at. Victor Wembanyama is the unicorn of all unicorns. This guy is 7'3", 7'4".
in shoes.
I was going to say
it came out yesterday, Dan. 7'5" in shoes.
The pictures of him next to Rudy Gobert, who literally every time Rudy Gobert is playing on a fucking court, I literally like go, look at the size of that dude. Like he is a gigantic individual. And Wembanyama is standing next to him in a picture, and he's got 3 inches on him. He's got legitimate 3 inches on him. Like he's like leaning into the picture, and I'm like, what in the fuck is this guy? he weighs 170 pounds, soaking wet, at 7'5". Weighs 180 pounds. He realistically he probably weighs about 210 to 220 pounds. So if you guys can imagine that, like he's 7'5". He's stretched out over 210 pounds. Like I weigh 220 pounds. Probably weigh about the same as he does, except for I'm 2 feet shorter than he is. Like 2 whole feet, almost 3 feet shorter. So like he's got a lot more, to stretch out there.
He does.
But as far as we can see, this is the best. This is the can't miss since LeBron. This is the best. This is the can't miss since LeBron.
Hyped up. Even Luka didn't get this much attention, and I honestly thought he should. Granted, it's at a different level though, because like you said, Wembanyama is unicorn of all unicorns, and so I don't know if I.
And Luka's playing.
Correct.
Luka's playing over there in Spain or whatever. He's playing in the Spanish league.
Correct. Yep. EuroLeague. Yep.
So we just didn't get to see him, and now we have Wembanyama, who's in, just our American leagues. And the hilarious part is he's not even like taking the old school route where you go to college and shit. He's just playing. He's
just doing that. And I was kind of disappointed. Granted, I know he's got things in the French league that he's playing in or whatever, that he's got obligations there. But it would have been nice to see him and Scoot in the Rising All-Star game. Friday night, that would have been fun. What'd you think of that, Dan? I think we were talking about that in the chat. Yeah, what'd you think? Did you watch a little bit of that? Or?
I didn't even think about that. I mean, like I know that they had some Ignite guys in there, but the French league thing is going to keep him from playing. I don't think that they want to tip his hand as far as like what he's even going to be like as a pro player. We can see what he's going to be like. It's going to be Kevin Durant with like a little.
Yeah,
with a little bit extra, like maybe possibly he's not. I don't think he. I think it would be ridiculous to think that he's going to be the shooter Durant is.
No, not at all.
But as a slasher and a rebounder and a guy who fucking blocks shots like it's going out of style because he's got like a 7'11" wingspan or something stupid like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, Dan. I agree. And not only that, I think granted I need to watch a little bit more, but even his handles too. I feel like Durant. Durant doesn't have the greatest handles at times, and so it can Wembanyama have better handles too.
I think KD does about the best you can do for a guy that tall, as far as absolutely. How far it has to go to the floor. Best 7-foot ball handler I've ever seen. Really good question. Did I just ask myself and now stop myself? Stacks, who's the best 7-foot ball handler that you've ever seen? Like 7-footer who can handle?
Oh man, 7-footer.
It has to be almost Durant.
Durant would be that guy. But I'm just saying like late game situation. Like you've seen it over and over again in his career. Like late game situations, sometimes he gets a little too dribbly down there. When he's trying to set some up, and he'll get his pocket picked, or he'll dribble it off his foot or whatever, or lose it. And so that's a thing.
Tony, hey Tone, KD's the number 1 in Phoenix.
Yeah,
just so you know.
Yeah. I don't know if we touched that last week, Tony, but I'm sorry, man. If it's I'm not even trying to be biased here, because everybody on this podcast channel or the whole station could say I suck a lot of KD Wiener, but he is number 1.
Stacks, you gobble up some KD Wiener.
I do gobble it,
and I love. Hey, you know what? I'm over there too. I'm giving it the fucking the side, the side hand, little reach around action.
I'm cradling the balls, Dan.
Because he deserves it. God damn it.
He does deserve it.
He
But
fucking deserves it.
he does. But for all intents and purposes, granted, do I think KD really cares if Booker takes the last shot? Obviously not. But when it comes down to it, we've seen it time and time again. I want KD with the ball, period. Late game situation, period. End of story. It's not even up for discussion.
What has Devin Booker done at this point to make us have any, like, I'm not saying I don't have confidence in Devin Booker, because Devin Booker's a fucking savage dog.
And yeah, he's a dog. He's got dog in him. There's no question about it. And if it's the right shot, I think Durant will pass it to him. He's got no problem doing that. I mean, you saw it in Golden State. You've seen it. Granted, I don't know if you saw it much in OKC. You saw more of the eye roll because he's with Westbrook, and Westbrook, his shot selection sucks. So. Especially late game situation, chucking up those threes. But yeah.
Real quick on Westbrook, if you notice, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. Go for it.
On Westbrook, and I think we've kind of touched on this. Do you ever notice the guys like LeBron and KD with like huge basketball IQs? Like they're just like all about ball. Like they know exactly where everybody should be, like how to score, and like the nuance of it. Like they like not just how to score like X's and O's like on a fucking a pad and shit, like how to score in today's NBA, like what you have to do in today's NBA with the refs and everybody, like all that shit they're so fucking tuned in on that shit. And I think LeBron even more so than KD. I think KD's fucking X's and O's knowledge is probably through the fucking roof. And I think I think nuance wise, LeBron I don't think there's ever been anybody better than LeBron as far as like the nuance of like who goes where, who's running the floor, who drops back for threes, like where the balls are supposed to be passed at, like what I'm saying, like he just has a nuance.
Getting it in the shooting pocket, you see it all the time. Back when they had you name it, Ray Allen, and Shane Battier, and just different dudes. It was about getting it in his shooting pocket, and Ray Allen did talk about that too. That how he was just so tuned in, and he'd study that stuff. Like, where do I need to get it? Within his shooting pocket, make sure it's going to go, give him the best chance for success there.
Absolutely. And like, you just basically want as little a movement into the shot as possible. So
absolutely,
like, because if you got to go down to your knees, that's so much more of a motion. I mean, that's almost a basketball move and not a shot anymore. You're literally coming upwards. And so you don't like, if it's just right there, those guys literally, I mean, Steph Curry, 2019 fucking 3-point competition, shooting them literally just shooting those 30-foot, the 3-point balls, like literally just going and just like he literally lifted his feet like off the ground just a little bit just to get a little bit of lift on it, and he's going from the wrist right here, it's just flicking him, like and he's not a strong guy, dude. He's not a strong guy, guys. No, he's really not. The guy, if he could bench press 200 pounds, I'd be surprised. And that's all about form. It's all about form. Exactly like throwing a football too. Right, because look at Aaron Rodgers. Two of the most live arms in the history. 3 of them. I'll give you 3 of them. Patrick Mahomes, Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers have 3 of the best arms. Arguably, I think Aaron Rodgers probably has the best live talent arm that's ever played in the NFL. But like, those guys do not look like they should be able to do anything athletically. Like, they really don't. Like, it's like they look like a dude who plays golf at the country club, in the Pro-Am tournament and shit. Like, not buff professional athlete type bodies on these guys. And that tells you how much form matters. Like, just flipping the ball, just flipping it. And like, and it's just all about form and like practice. And you can just do stuff just real easy like that. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. Russell Westbrook, anybody who high IQ who plays with Russell Westbrook fucking hates him. Hates him. It says a lot about what he plays like on the floor, and it's confirmation about what everybody talks about. But like, they didn't get confirmation from they didn't get confirmation before they got confirmation from KD, and before they got confirmation from LeBron that he's a fucking nightmare to play with. Like, that's basically what it is. Like, they were like, we do not like, he is a fucking nuisance. He's like that. He's like those fucking those detectives in a police force that for an ounce of marijuana, they will like burn down a building, go on a car chase that destroys property. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're getting the job done, but they're doing so much destruction in the path. It's like, why would we want them to even do the job at that point? Because that's what Russell Westbrook does to games. It's
facts, Dan. Facts.
He chases the weed dealer.
And not to say fair, not to say that I don't love his mentality towards the game, because me and you have been on record saying that we love his mentality. Dog. But anyway, it's just one of those things. It'll be interesting to see how he fits in with the Clippers. I don't know how much that's going to elevate them, Dan. It all depends on the health of Kawhi and PG for me, for the Clippers. And the West looks different than it did, before the All-Star break too. So that makes a difference, obviously. But it's going to be interesting to see how he fits in with the Clippers. Granted, I still think he'll be productive. But I know Kawhi is kind of like lead by example kind of thing. But if it's not him, PG needs to tell Russ, hey, look, you can come in, second unit, get your stuff, come in. But if it's late game situation, you pass that fucking ball. You understand me?
Yeah, you're not Russ. We don't want you taking any shots minute and a half down. So a minute and a half down, your job is done. So hey.
Unless you got to drive at the basket, unless you got a clear drive at the basket, or obviously, he can go, draw contact and get fouled, obviously. But if you're shooting a jump shot, set his ass, period.
Absolutely. When I played high school basketball, they used to sit me at the end of games because I couldn't make free throws. I wasn't a particularly good jump shooter. I was on the floor to play defense. Yep. And to hustle and to provide energy, right? In that last minute and 30 seconds, you don't really need energy because you have it. It's everybody's already focused in. There's a minute and a half left. You're tied, right? Sure. That's not. Nobody needs energy to pick that shit up. You do need defense, but you don't need somebody who fouls a lot. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason I say this is that is Russ Westbrook should have played football. For one, he should have been a safety in the NFL. Think about that dude running around out there at safety.
Wow. Holy shit. So,
a 6'3", 230-pound fucking dog.
Dawkins out there, though. Yeah, really dog.
Think about his mentality, though. When he comes on the floor, how explosive everything is. Everything's just exploding into these 10-second, 11-second bursts, right? Where he's flying down the floor and he's fast and he jumps from 19 feet away and fucking dunks it and shit.
Absolutely.
That is a football player and how he's built and everything. That is a football player playing basketball professionally. So... imagine what kind of freak he would be, you know what I'm saying, on the NFL field too. He totally would have been. Especially in today's NFL.
No doubt.
Picking off balls.
Yeah, he'd be like OBJ as a DB, man. For real.
Absolutely. And hitting
crazy type interceptions.
You can tell.
Get it. Yeah.
Absolutely. You can. And who does he match up against? Oh, everybody. Oh, yeah, everybody?
Yeah.
You can literally put him on anybody?
6'3", he's got decent height. He's not – he doesn't look that big, but in real life, he's 6'3", man.
I bet Russ legitimately ran a 4.4 in his, at some point. Probably still does or close to it, right? 4.5, 4.6, which is flying.
At least.
Which is flying for 6'3", 230 pounds. That's flying.
At least.
That's flying. I would say he runs I would say in his prime he might even touch 4 threes, but 4.4 probably sounds good. 4.4 is fast as fuck. If you run a 4.44 yard dash, you are a fast human being. Probably one of the top 0.01% of human beings that have ever lived fast, that kind of shit. If you ever run a 4.440, you're on a whole different level. At some point, he probably ran a 4.4, probably runs a 4.6 now, something like that. If I had to guess, and I know it's all speculation, but with that vertical and everything, oh boy, and that attitude. That's why he's not a good basketball player. That's why he's not I knew a lot of guys, including myself, played football, liked playing basketball, not the right mentality. Two completely different mentalities going on.
Yep. Right.
Yeah, you got to be kind of cool-headed, calm, collected in basketball. You have to obviously be dribbling the ball. You have to have your head up. There's these concentration things, and look at Luka Doncic. Doesn't look like he's ever in a hurry. Just just relaxed, man. And
it's effortless.
Yeah,
him, his best comp as far as that methodical. You can't speed him up, can't slow him down. It's Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham is the exact same way.
Right. just
I mean,
just get into his spots.
Yeah, just
Get into his spots.
and it looks so effortless. I mean, granted, I realize it's easy for us, with our eyes to say that because obviously, we're the common folk watching it. But I mean,
Right.
really though, I mean, if you've watched the game for years, I mean, there's not a lot of players that can do that at that speed. I mean, it takes a certain individual to be able to, play in that type of way where, that pace and everything. Playing at your own pace, I mean, it's crazy.
Right. Like to the point you're dictating the pace. And what it shows is like they're so skilled. Both of those guys are so skilled that they can take it that slow because they know that if you try and jump on them or jab at them and try and steal the ball, they're going to get you to foul them or they're just going to pull the ball away because they know exactly where you're at. They're baiting you the whole time. There's like they're just so skilled like just with the ball. I mean, they've obviously done a lot of like schoolyard type, 4-on-4 type shit where you're just out there. It's just one-on-one. It's just like, I mean, they obviously probably playing it growing up. They just fucking just one-on-one like this. And that's all that is. It's just keeping it away from one other person, and you can actually end up controlling those kind of situations. And Kate Cunningham and fucking Luka are perfect. Like
absolutely,
they don't speed up. They're just super skilled. And like in today's NBA too, they know that today's NBA too, they just know how to play in it. Like you can't reach and shit. You can't fucking touch anybody at this point.
Yeah, you can't touch anybody. Yep. I was just gonna say that. Took the words right out of my mouth, Dan. Absolutely. Dan, real quick.
Snake like sex.
Yeah, they do, Dan. That's typically what this show's about. It's telepathic over here. You know what I'm saying?
Couple of smart guys talking basketball.
Absolutely. It must be that false city in it. Real quick.
Something in the water.
Yeah, something in the water. That's for fucking sure. So what did you think of Stephen A's comments? I don't know if you saw it. That Braun ruined the dunk contest. I don't know if you see my little thing underneath my name, but I honestly kind of tend to agree, Dan. I think Braun ruined the dunk contest, man, by not participating. By not participating, he basically said, "I'm too good. I don't want to," which is fair. But I'm just saying, I think it led us down the road to where this is why we're seeing guys. Not to take anything away from Mac McClung, I thought he did okay. Did I think the dunk contest was great? No, not necessarily. No. Has it been for a while? No. But at the same time, would it be nice to see guys like, Anthony Edwards,
John
Morant, Zion,
both of whom said they would never do it.
Yeah, exactly. Zion, I don't know if you caught that during All-Star Weekend. He said he would do it. Stupid idea. You're not healthy enough, man. Don't even think about that. Get healthy. Worry about your team first. Your rookie season, yeah, I would like to have seen it. Obviously, coming out of Duke, he's got the hops that can go for days. Duke can fucking jump and hit the ceiling.
And power. That size and power as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very Dominique-like.
Yep. But anyway, I don't know. I hate to say it. I know we're Braun lovers on the show. Braun, by the way. If we're counting on the ticker. But I think he ruined it.
You're 100% correct. LeBron James ruined the dunk contest because of this, Stacks. Yep. So like when you were in school, there was always like the thing that some people wouldn't want to do. Like say you sung in the show choir, right? So you're a select member of the singing group. Some of those show choir people didn't want to do that mediocre chorus stuff that everybody else had to do, right? Because that was dumb.
It was beneath
because they were so above. Yes, they were so above the chorus part of it where everybody was singing, because we're not everybody, okay? We don't do these things. Like, we're not normal people. And that is exactly what LeBron James did to the dunk contest.
Yeah.
I feel like I've said this a bunch in my life. In LeBron's defense, he didn't really, he actually was like, that's okay for him to say. That's okay for LeBron James to go, hey, I just don't want to do this because I feel like it's like, so I'm not fucking worried about fucking slam dunk titles in the All-Star game, bro. I'm worried about fucking winning titles and MVPs. That's what I'm worried about, because I'm on a whole different level. If he says that, whatever. Anthony Edwards, shut your goddamn mouth about it being stupid. Like, just because you've seen the last couple of years, why don't you get on there and make it fucking and make it fucking good again? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like
facts.
Like,
Man.
make it good. And
Somebody.
LeBron James said it and could say it because that's whatever.
Right, but I guess I was just getting to the point.
What's up, Derby?
What's up, Derby?
You called you a crack addict.
Oh, thank you. I definitely am. Thank you. Yes, that's
And then whatever this means.
Is he trying to say you have a penis, Dan? I mean, I hope so.
I think that they're
Mm.
associating the dick in my name with an actual
with
phallic symbol. When in reality, my middle name is actually Richard, which is a nickname. Dick is a nickname for Richard.
Yeah.
Therefore, that's why it's like that. You fucking perverts.
I mean,
Yeah,
every time
thank you.
I think of your name, I picture a human dick.
It is hard not to.
It's Josie. What's up? And back-to-back wrestling
You don't have
shirts.
to put on the red light.
Back-to-back wrestling shirts.
Put
Look
on
at
the red
you.
light.
Always, says Josie. That's a night shirt, everybody. For those
Richard
of you
Peen. Richard Peen, then.
Richard.
Fair
Peen.
enough. Fair enough, Derby.
Dick
Absolutely.
Peen.
Well, I'm
Damn it.
here and ready to test y'all's basketball knowledge. I got
Let's do
multiple games tonight.
Yes, we have a new one.
We have two new ones, Stacks.
Two new ones. Okay.
Because the first
Okay.
one I introduced you to last night, and I told Dan I was going to do this earlier. So I'm about
Got
to
it.
list 3 NBA stars, and you are going to tell me who stays and which one.
Oh, this one. Okay, got it.
goes.
Oh, this one might be kind of hard.
James Harden, LeBron James, and LaMelo. You got to fuck
And-
one, marry one, kill one. Go.
I'm killing LaMelo, that's for sure. Sorry, LaMelo.
Definitely killing LaMelo too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
I don't know. He kind of looks like a woman. I might fuck LaMelo.
Fair.
He kind of slick his hair back.
Yeah,
And
yeah. he
I
could,
will
yeah.
say none of my
His dad
choices
watch.
when we play this game will ever have LeBron or Jordan because I just don't feel like that's fair.
Because you've separated
Okay,
them into a
that's
different stratosphere of players that you
That's
really
fair.
can't touch.
I mean, I don't feel like even on each other, I know where this one would lean, but if I had 2 other people, I know it could lean the other way. So
Fair enough. You have them ready. You have
I
the list.
them ready to go.
So you just say what their names are, and then
All
we
right.
gotta get
So
rid of
the
one of their careers.
3, but you have
Correct,
to give
basically.
reasons behind each one.
Okay.
Why are you keeping this one? Why you're
I'm gonna let you
keeping
go
this
first,
one,
Stacks,
and
unless
why
you want me to
this-
go first.
Yeah, let's Stacks go first.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll go first.
All right.
Throw it
So-
at me, Josie.
Shit. My mind just went. Whew.
It's
Karl
all
Malone.
good.
Karl Malone.
Okay.
Mind
Okay.
you cannot take into effect his
His personal life.
checkered past
Okay.
and personal life.
Okay. That's fair.
Only
Just
the
on the
player.
floor productivity. Got
Only
it.
the player.
Facts. A
Um,
little bit before my time, but we'll keep
Kareem
that in there.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Way
Okay.
before your time.
Way before my time. Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna throw you a bone here because I had another one, but it's also it was gonna make this an all oldies stacks. So I'm gonna throw you a bone
Got it.
here.
No, it's all good, Josie. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Magic.
Ooh. Okay. So if I'm going off the premise that we did last night, and that's just or similarly, just purely for what they did for the game and everything, I gotta take Karl Malone out, right? Obviously you look at what Magic did with the Celtics or against the Celtics, and basically just his whole career helping elevate the NBA to a new height. We might not have. Obviously we would have him, but maybe LeBron isn't as great a passer as he could be if we didn't have.
Maybe
Magic.
he does.
Yeah.
Maybe he does like the McHale drop step and plays the post.
Right. Fair. But I think you would just see different versions of various players. So
Plus, Stacks, how would HIV have got us famous? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, nope.
Absolutely.
Can't do off the floor stuff. Gotcha.
Yeah. I can't. Oh, sorry.
No, you're
That
good.
was a good one though. Dan. Count it.
Count it.
Count it. But anyway, yeah. So that's why I'm keeping Magic, and then obviously Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Man, it's kind of tough because I think that one also goes. I know we said on the floor, but at the same time, you have to look at what he did for the basketball community off the floor and what he did for just the African American community during his time. But then obviously
positive things though too, because if we're really taking everything, Karl Malone's out because he's a piece of shit.
Well,
no, I'm actually gonna make. Go ahead, Stacks, but I'm gonna make a point that's not actually the case.
A point that's not the case. Yeah, but anyway, on top of that, and just basically what he did for the game as a whole. Obviously Kareem. LeBron just passed him all-time leading scorer. So just all those different avenues in there. Karl Malone was great in his time. I'll give it to him. Him and Stockton. It was a dominant duo for sure. But
so Stockton was going to be my original pick for that spot, actually, instead of Karl.
Ooh, that's so much better
that would
than
be
Magic.
So much
No, if you leave Malone,
it was going to be Stockton, Magic, and
Malone.
And no Malone at all.
Stockton, Magic,
and Kareem.
Kareem.
Stockton, Magic.
That's
Kareem.
way better.
Okay.
Because
that's a different combo. Go ahead, Dan.
I'm glad that you mentioned that, because really, like, Stacks is 100% correct, and we're probably correct for kind of the same reason. But I literally think that let's minus that Karl Malone is a fucking pedo. Okay, minus the fact he's a pedo. Minus the fact he's probably one of those dominant, weird fucking dudes who keeps like 8 girlfriends and like chokes some of them and tells them to go fuck themselves and like does some dominant, weird, masculine, machismo bullshit, right? All that shit aside, as a player, those are the most 37,000 most empty points that have ever been scored in the NBA. Karl Malone's. What did he ever do with them besides take fucking nasty John Stockton short shorts, tube socks, fucking rockin' passes? What did he ever do besides take a fucking little 14-foot jump shot and two-hand dunk a basketball from a fucking fantastic feed from one of the greatest point guards who's ever lived? Karl Malone's 37,000 points are empty. There's nothing behind them, just like his eyes and his soul. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. All that substance. You got a lot of man there, 6'9", 280-pound man. Nothing going on behind those eyes. Nothing going on behind those eyes. Nothing going on with 37,000 points. That dude is he is one of the most forgettable NBA stars. If you literally just go to like an all-time list, not many people name Karl Malone in their top fucking 25. Not a joke. Wouldn't even name him in the top 25 players of all time. I wouldn't. So he's minuscule. Like, outside of the fact of him being a piece of shit. Statistically, he didn't do it. What did he ever do?
Right. Absolutely.
He got beat by Michael Jordan.
So
why are you keeping? Why I'm just curious, Dan, because you're a little bit older.
Oh, why?
So why are you keeping Magic and Kareem?
Well, obviously, Kareem on the floor is one of the most dominant players to ever touch a fucking basketball floor. Yeah. From the time he was fucking 10 years old, he dominated everywhere he was. In high school, he dominated.
Yep.
He won 4 consecutive fucking NCAA titles at UCLA, and then came in and just started fucking banging off championship rings like it was his, like it was, whatever the fuck. When his name was still Luol.
For real.
Like, there was people calling him Mr. Cinder, and he's out there playing basketball. Like, good God. And then, he does some LSD, obviously, and becomes Kareem, because you only become Kareem Abdul-Jabbar after you do a lot of LSD, and realize that the whole world is one, and that your ancestors touch you
with Bill, by the
touch
way.
you, and their hands come out
with our mascot.
Oh, with Bill, 100%.
Yeah,
Bill Walton was there.
Too, by the way.
Bill Walton was like, "This is just amazing. This is just fantastic, and everything here is amazing." And he's like, "This is just sensational play by everybody is sensational. Everybody's having a good time. And me and Kareem in the 60s, and we used to do a lot of mushrooms in the 60s. Me and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the." It's just fucking all so positive. And like, He doesn't even know what he's talking about halfway through. He'll start talking about like a fern or something. I'll be like, I have a fern at my house. And the other guy's like, what the fuck is going on?
Did you see that cactus in Arizona? Beautiful.
There was-
Just beautiful. Get out in that area.
We were coming through New Mexico. There's a lot of cactuses in New Mexico. They were spectacular. Yeah, he's just stoned as fuck. But
Yes.
anyway, yeah, like Kareem, dominant wise, actually as a basketball player, also a piece of shit. I mean, you have like if you want to pick like a kind of not equal to like Karl Malone piece of shit, but like he's kind of a piece of shit. Everybody hated him. He was a dick to all of his teammates, the media, everything. He was pretty fucking like holier than thou. He also, like I said, he also dominated the fucking sport that he was in, his profession. He dominated it since he fucking could walk. So like I don't know if people walk around you all the time going, "Hey Josie, you're so fucking awesome at everything that you do." Can you imagine, like, eventually you'd be like, fuck, man, I might be fucking awesome. Like, people keep saying it. I might be fucking awesome at everything. And then how much more of a dick would you become? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, but, like, you would just become a fucking dick, dude. Like, you would. And, like, so I don't even blame those dudes for that. Like, as long as they're not, like, out, like, fucking impregnating 13-year-olds, like, as long as they're not out doing that, then they're fine. But, like, he just had like he's so you could have filled Karl Malone in with so many other guys. Like I feel like if you take Eric Dampier and put him, this is a fucking claim and a half that people are gonna be pissed about if they ever see it here in Utah. I'll take Eric Dampier in the same exact situations that Karl Malone was in with John Stockton, and I think Eric Dampier scores at least 30,000. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Dampier gets like up there like in the top 25 of all time scoring.
So
He's not going to do. I'm not saying they're the same player. I'm not saying Carmelo's
right. But
that bad, but like
he gets there.
So,
30K off John Stockton.
Real quick, what's your thoughts on Magic? Under a minute.
AIDS. No, I'm just kidding. He couldn't bleed on other people at one point, and it was weird. Revolutionarily, I mean, the guy was literally a point guard. He was a point guard that just was magically in a 6'9" frame, and they didn't really know why. They were like, okay, well, this guy's usually like 5'11". The guys that we have like this are usually like 5'11", like shorter guys, right? And they're like, what the fuck is that guy? They're like, he looks like he should be playing in the post, but he doesn't play in the post. And everybody tries to guard him. Is like 7 inches shorter than he is. Like they were just confused. They're like, I think that he should be good. He should be good then, right? They're like, yeah, let's draft him. Bam. I'm like, Michigan State, you got Magic. So like, yeah, he was like an accident basically. It was like he was just like super freakishly talented and way too big. That's why he's really LeBron. People compare him to LeBron all the time. I think is because they were just like, what the fuck? Like that shouldn't be doing that. Like they're like, it just moves faster. It's like when you make a player in fucking Madden, like a 360-pound player, but you give his speed 99, and like everyone's like, "What the fuck?" It's like a tank. It's just going
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tank that's on cruise control. But yeah, that's. Right. I mean, Magic's a freak, dude. Magic's one of the originals, and the style, the Showtime Lakers. Both of those guys are on the same team too. Are they the same players? Is my question. Like, they're not. They don't become the same players that they were if they don't play on the same team when Magic's a rookie and shit either. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, it's just such a weird thing, but like definitely get rid of Karl Malone. Like that, like hot Carl, give him a hot Carl.
If I had put Stockton in over Karl Malone, would it stay the same?
Oh my God. It's so much better. No, I'd honestly, I'd have to like, I wish you would have done that. Cause I'd have to like renounce Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's status. I'd be like, fuck. I'm about to take the former all-time leading scorer for 40 years out of
the game.
The game, like he's gonna have to like.
LeBron would have been the first, Dan. We would have been able to float that around to Will and playing their brother.
Would have been like moving aside a 7'1" black dude for a 5'10" white guy who probably runs a cult in the mountains somewhere right now. Like that's what we would have been doing. We would have been like, yes to Mormonism right here, and no to Buddha and Kareem.
Oh my God!
And people just would have taken it the wrong way.
Dan, and Josie too. If there's no Kareem, do we have somebody else that that sets the all-time leading scorers record before LeBron?
Jordan
Jordan was never going to play for long enough.
Fair.
He's like clearly
Yeah.
he like clearly admitted he didn't want to.
Yeah.
And then I've seen his stupid fucking. I gotta address this real quick. Have you seen those fucking this is what do you call it? Propaganda. They're propaganda films, just like fucking what was that stupid ass fucking documentary they did? Last Chance, the Last Chance Bulls. Talk about a bunch of fucking propaganda. Jesus, like the whole time. Last Dance. There you go. Not like
Dance, yeah.
Like Last Dance. Last Chance U is what I was thinking. That
Yep.
It's also
I was
a
picking
good
up
show.
what you're putting down. That is a good.
Way better than fucking that Last Dance shit.
Way better.
Good God, can we talk about, dude? Oh my gosh, you need to do that because it is. You'll literally be watching it, Josie, and you'll be like, some of this shit's got to be made up, though, right? They embellish all of this stuff so much, and like Jordan's talking about, Jordan literally claims that it wasn't the flu, that Salt Lake City, that the people in Salt Lake City food poisoned his pizza. He claims it like on the fucking show, and you're like, does your self-absorption know no bounds, Michael Jordan? Like, you really think that somebody like poisoned you? I mean, I'm not going to put it past the people of Salt Lake City because they seem like a real stand-up bunch. I'm not going to lie to you, but like, real stand-up bunch up there in your hills and your mountains with your fucking hoods on. But yeah, like Jesus, now everybody hates me. Yeah, no, like they didn't. I don't put it past him, but like I don't think they would have done that. I think he does believe that though. Clearly, he says it on the Stacks. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right.
That's the story he tells.
If he didn't believe it, he wouldn't have said it if he didn't believe it.
He wanted it to be like he was going to get sacrificed to the NBA gods.
Absolutely.
Like they were like he was a god amongst men, so they were going to sacrifice him like Caesar.
Like he's immune to the flu. Like he's like he wanted it to be something else. You know what I mean? So
he says some things, Josie, that you're going to be like,
what?
What did to rewind and go? Did he just say that out loud? Like, and it's so nonchalant that people miss it. But you're like, what the fuck, dude? This guy lives on a cloud. Like, I think that his house is just in the clouds, which is it's so strange. I don't think he gets it. He literally sits around all day. Every single interview in this show, he is smoking a fucking Cuban and drinking like this really good. I think it's tequila. Some really fucking good tequila, like some $7,000 bottle. Yeah, just drunk and just smoking cigar constantly. Like there's not a stop. It just keeps like cigar goes to cigar. He fucking tips him. And it's like, what do you do all day, Michael Jordan? You just sit in that big leather chair, just talking about the old days. He's like, remember in '96 when I hit that over Byron? His wife's like, yeah, MJ, you told me. You told me 7 times in the last hour about it. I didn't push off. Now it looked like you pushed off, kind of. Let's moving on.
All right.
All
right. It is time for the podal, ladies and gentlemen.
Pushed off. Such a vet move, and I don't care. Hey, by the way, we have a good color scheme going on right now. Did you guys notice that? Blue, red, yellow.
Absolutely.
How cool is that? Like we got like
That's
a cool like
fantastic.
look at that. Isn't that nice?
Fantastic.
All right. There it is.
Trae Young.
Ooh, that's what I was gonna say, Dan. Look at you starting off hot. Trae Young.
It's not. It's too obvious.
It's not. Yeah.
They tried to make it look like Trae Young.
Guard 6'1".
I have another guess. Ooh.
DeAndre Hunter. Is he 6'1"?
No, DeAndre Hunter's like 6'7".
Okay, then no. Don't do that. Yeah.
So the green is definitely he's 6'1" and he's definitely a guard.
Yes.
Is that what we're doing?
Correct. Yes. Yep, that's what that is. Yes, sir.
Is that
one more time? Shit. 6'1".
Now I was gonna say
shit, this one's tough.
I was gonna say Seth Curry, but it's not because Seth Curry's a little taller and he's a little wider. It looks like a little wider in the picture too, right?
This one's
so that would be
boy.
What are our other stats there, Josie? On that, we have any signifiers other than that? Everything else just missed. So he's older than 24.
Older than 24.
Yeah.
And then what's the thing on the end?
His number is higher than
His
11.
number is higher than
Okay.
11.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have nothing else to go off
Nope.
of.
That's it. Just a guard,
Let's-
and he's 6'1".
Let's do
Ben's got no.
give me that. Well, go ahead, Stacks. Sorry.
No, go for it, Dan. I don't have one. If you got one, shoot it.
Jalen Brunson?
Ooh, solid. I like it. I just thought with the facial features, it might not be him, but that could lead us somewhere else. So I ain't even about that.
Right. That's kind of that was
How do you
just my
spell
best
that?
thing for like it's Len.
Oh, got it.
There you go.
Okay, so
Ooh, he's
he's
just
older
a
than
guard.
26.
Yeah.
By 2 years. So with that, it means
Is
Partial match.
Dan
partial
is DeLon,
match indicates is within 2 years.
Okay.
Dan, is DeLon Wright still in the league?
I do not believe so. Probably though. On some right there on top. Guess it. Yep.
Fuck.
Okay, so under 30.
Still a guard.
6'1".
We still don't have a conference or nothing.
Yeah, we don't have anything. Let me
He's
see a picture here.
20. He's 28.
Yeah.
28.
Oh shit. Oh, he is though. He's with the Wizards. I thought DeLon Wright was still playing.
Right. He's deep on that bench.
On that bench.
Let me
I
see a
keep
picture
thinking
again.
Toronto.
You keep thinking Scotty Barnes is what you keep thinking, probably.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think that's him just based, but it might lead us somewhere. So I'm with it.
No, Scotty Barnes has the longer.
Well, yeah, and he's taller than 6'1" too.
Right.
God, it's at 6'1". I'm trying to think of short guards.
Hang on. What number did you say he was?
We don't have the number.
We don't
It's
have
over
number.
11.
Yeah. We
Oh,
don't have
age
it.
is what you had. Age is what you had.
Yeah, age was
28.
for
We don't
sure.
have
28.
it yet. Yeah, because it's saying it's giving a partial. Sorry,
Oh,
fucking viruses. Christ.
elevator music is gorgeous. We love it here.
It is. It's good. It's good thinking music. You know what I'm saying?
It is. Oh man.
All right.
6'1" guard.
26 and 30. It's giving a close match between the two, so it's got to
So
be
he's
28.
in between there.
But it's got to be 28 because those are within 2 years of each
Just
other.
within 2
Let me
years.
see a picture real quick.
Ah man, this one's tough today.
Is that Austin Rivers?
Might be, Dan. I don't. Let's hope it get us. Let's hope this gets us somewhere. I don't think it is, but
At least get us a.
Okay,
Okay,
we're
so-
in the West now, but still,
Still nothing else, huh?
Still nothing else. We can't get it. Damn it, Dan! I almost won a division now. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah. Now we're calling for it.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
That's not Giannis, is it?
No,
Giannis-
Giannis is taller than 6'1". Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Giannis
he's
is
not
a
a
7
guard.
footer,
Yeah, not a guard either.
and he plays in the East.
Yeah.
The hair is meant to throw us off.
It
somehow.
is absolutely 1,000%.
So he's in the.
He's in the West, 6'1", and he's probably 28.
Okay. I'm just thinking of. You said Jalen Brunson, and that's the thing. Like, Brunson would have been that exact thing last year, right? Because he just went to New
Correct.
York.
Just went to New York.
Shit.
6'1". I'm trying to think of like 6'1" guards that. Cameron Payne.
I was thinking about that one. Honestly, that's a good guess. I would say that it's close to Phoenix. Like, it's got to be Phoenix.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be my guess. Cameron Payne.
Cameron Payne. Sorry. Had to
No,
send it.
yeah, no,
Send
it's
it.
good, Josie. Yeah,
Send
CAM.
CAM. Yeah, right there, Cameron Payne.
Oh!
Yeah, good guess, man. Good job.
Okay. Wow.
That was just like a random. We'll get that in 5 steps.
Yeah. Five guesses.
Y'all were nowhere before that.
And without even a fucking division. Can you imagine that?
We don't even need it.
We didn't have we didn't have the most intricate part of the description. It's definitely a division because everybody knows divisions.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, so
yes,
the
we do.
next one is a Stacks added game. He sent it earlier to me and said he wanted to play this tonight. So
I do. And it's points per game. So it's a game higher or lower using Lakers regular season stats updated January 2023. So
all right,
this is Lakers edition, Dan.
Qualified. This is qualified people, right? Like people who are qualified in. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Certain number of shots.
And it's basically just who scores more points, and they show you a picture, and you just click one.
Okay.
And sometimes they have old heads too. So who scored more points?
Right. Adrian Dantley.
Dantley. Oh,
wow! Jerry West is 27 a game.
Okay. Okay. Play again.
Okay.
Play again. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Play again.
Hit me with that one. That was a good one. Trick question.
It was.
Gotta watch it now.
It was it was so easy that it was so easy. I was like, this has got to be a trick question.
Absolutely.
It's Jerry West. It's a fucking logo, bro.
True.
He averaged 27 a game. I didn't know that.
That's nuts. That's crazy.
It's like 20.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Fucking Jerry West. Definitely still the logo for no other reason than he's rich and white.
White, absolutely. Because if you ain't white, you ain't right in the NBA, man.
Mac McClung for all the white guys. Happy Harrison, baby.
Happy Harrison all day. Harrison, give it to me. Come on.
Matt McClung for all the white guys is yes.
Yes, for sure. There you go.
Fair enough.
Bam.
We're moving on. Oh,
closer than I thought.
It's Kobe.
Oh, Kobe for sure.
Kobe all day. Kobe all day. Kobe. Yeah, that was too easy.
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle. Yeah.
Oh my God! By point two, that was a trick question.
Oh shit!
It's because of Randle's early years.
It is. Yes.
I was gonna stop us.
You're thinking this year, Julius Randle. He's balling out with Jalen.
The one that got away from the one that got away from LeBron and the very coddled life that must be in the cradle of LeBron. Carmelo. Actually, you know what? Hey, give me a second.
Hang on.
That might actually be Russ.
It might be Russ just based on because they were both in the latter part of their career, right? When they played with the Lakers.
Oh, it's just Lakers. It's not career
Lakers
stuff.
No, it's
only
just
with
Lakers.
the Lakers.
Only, yeah.
Then
Lakers.
Russ.
Yeah.
Then Russ. Yep. See, okay, now I know the parameters of the deal here. Fuck, that's Russell Westbrook, I think.
I'll go Russell. I don't know on that.
It's not. Sam Perkins is probably like 19.
Ooh,
nope.
We got it. Hey.
Definitely fucking
earlier, but
it's Sam Perkins.
It's Perkins.
Yep.
Hey.
Malik Monk looked stoned out his head.
Nick Young.
Ooh.
God damn it, dude, with the same fucking shit.
I didn't think so.
You would do three every time at the third one. I'm gonna give you one more shot.
All right, one more. This is fun, Dan. You like this one? I like this one, Dan.
Yeah, I do like this one. It's just with the team. That's why it's so awesome.
LA. Yeah, just with LA.
Yeah, it's better. It's better when it's like that because then if we just did career points per game, I'm pretty sure we could fucking nail a lot of them. Pretty close. It's gonna be really hard with those guys that you don't know if they fucking. Oh god damn it, Carmelo fucking. So Happy Harrison was earlier, and he was like 16 a game or something like that, right?
Correct.
That could be Carmelo though. I think we should probably go Carmelo because of that, or maybe not.
It's the latter part of the career though. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go
Right.
Harrison on that one.
Yeah, let's go Harrison.
On that one. Yeah.
Yep. Good call. 15, not 16.
Oh my God! I
This
don't
is
know
some
who
old
that
school
guy-
shit, dude.
Who the hell is that, man?
Let's- I mean, we're definitely going with Dick. This is the hardwood with Dick and Stacks.
It's
Dick,
and Stacks.
all
We
the way
gotta
out.
do it.
Can we
Come
continue
on.
to pick Dick?
Come on, Dick.
There we
Let's
go,
go.
Dick.
Thank you, Dick. Thank you, Dick.
That's a big old Dick coming out.
Oh, shit. This one's tough too, because this
one's
early
really
Brandon
hard.
Ingram. This is
Really hard.
early
I
Brandon
think-
Ingram.
I think you have
I'm
to
gonna
go Brandon Ingram.
I'm gonna go Ingram.
I think you have to because he was still scoring.
He was still
That
scoring.
looks like
It's
a
gonna be
prison-
close.
That looks like a prison photo.
It's
It
yeah,
does.
like I knew a guy
does.
named Dick Barnett like that. No,
Oh, shit.
13.89. He didn't do
Wow.
shit in LA.
I want y'all to beat 3, so we're gonna try one more time.
Yeah, let's try. We'll
This
get
is
this one.
hilarious.
We'll get this one.
They also have just an NBA one that's not Lakers specific too.
Oh,
Right.
What's
See, that one would
Matt?
be. We could kill that one if it's their whole career.
I can send that to you, Josie.
Send me that link here in a second. We'll play one round of that.
Kobe.
Okay. It's Kobe for sure.
They're gonna give us Kobe ones. We know what this fucking average is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on, give me Kobe all day. Kobe,
Jamal Wilkes, Kobe,
Kobe.
but it's probably Jamal Wilkes. No,
Yes.
Jamal Wilkes was good in the '60s.
Ooh,
Byron Scott or Jamal
Jamal
Wilkes.
Wilkes.
Let's go Jamal Wilkes. Yep. Byron Scott was
Wilkes.
a point
I'm
guard.
gonna say Wilkes.
Scott was a point guard. Yep. Yep.
Hey, we got past 3.
We got 3.
No, not quite.
Oh
You
my
gotta get
God.
this one.
George Mikan. George Mikan.
Gotta be Mikan.
Yep.
Hey,
George Mikan was a
let's
stud.
go.
There
George
you
Mikan was a
go.
fucking 3-time MVP.
Magic.
George Mikan.
You think Mikan? Okay.
It's George
I'll-
Mikan. Absolutely points.
I'll let you do it.
Yep. All day.
Ooh, look at you. Look at you.
Dang.
God damn it, Gail fucking good. I have to go Gail Goodrich. I think with
You think so?
just the Lakers. Oh my God!
Damn.
Wow, that's
we got
fucking
5
stupid.
though. We got 5 though. Just go to sports real quick, and then do NBA, and then do there you go.
Career hire. Oh my God, this one's so
Gilbert
good.
Arenas. Gilbert
I have to go
Arenas.
Gilbert though. Yeah, I think
Gilbert.
Stackhouse was just more consistent. Yep, good call.
Let's go.
Gilbert Arenas used to go behind the back.
Gilbert?
Let's stick with Arenas, I think, but this one's probably a trick question.
Arenas. I like Arenas here.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's good. I was gonna say Roy Tarpley. Who the fuck is it?
Oh my God. Who
We're
the
talking
hell
about
is
Tom
that?
Chambers.
Tom
Let's go
Chambers?
Tom Chambers.
Tom
Let's
Chambers.
go
on
Tom
this
Chambers'
one.
career. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh my God.
God damn it. This one's going to be one of those close ones, and we're going to fucking – it's 50-50.
You want to go McMillan?
Let's go with McMillan because he's black.
Oh,
It
shit.
doesn't work. Doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Okay.
I mean, George McMillan, they're throwing these old guys in there hoping we haven't heard of them.
Old
And
heads.
I'm
yeah.
second guessing myself because I
You
haven't
are,
heard of
man.
them, and I probably should have
Yeah.
heard of them.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening right now. It's mind games. It's mind
Oh
games.
my God. My fucking toe hurts.
Dude.
Do you have Liz Frank? I thought there was just a girl named Liz Frank that lived on their toes. Kobe Bryant, obviously.
Kobe. You notice, Dan, you got to pay attention because they give you other ones. And so it's one of them things, too, where it's like
It's like the memory game. Fucking Kobe
Kobe.
Bryant.
Kobe all day. Oh.
Petrie's still fucking a lot, yeah. Let's go.
Petrie?
I mean,
I don't know.
Woolridge. I don't know either.
Yeah.
I love how you're looking to me for like. I'm just
No,
kidding.
no, I don't. Yeah.
No, let's go Woolridge.
Woolridge on this one.
Nope.
Oh
See,
shit.
hadn't heard of him. Knew I shouldn't have.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm just tricking myself. I think we should just go. I think we should go with the gut.
Just
I'm gonna go with the gut
original.
all the way through these. I'm gonna get to like
all
10.
the way through.
Okay.
This is the way you gotta do it.
You ready?
I love it. This one's fun, Dan. I have this app on my phone. I play this all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
You should be better at it then. Oh!
Oh,
Reggie.
that's a solid point. Reggie on this one. Yeah.
Count it.
For sure.
Parrish.
Parrish. Oh,
Really?
shit,
Oh,
really?
because Parrish played for like 27 years, dude. Parrish played for the Hornets in like 2006. He won titles with the Celtics in the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
He played like 23 years or something.
Okay.
Just because I know you are also both NFL fans.
Yeah.
Just
Why
give it a
not?
shot
Yeah, let's do
real
it.
quick.
Let's do it.
Passing yards? Oh, I like this. McNabb.
McNabb.
Yeah. Oh, that was touchdown? This is touchdowns.
This is touchdowns.
Oh, McNabb.
McNabb. That one was easy. He's too young.
Herbert or Rodney Pete. Oh, God. That's fucking rough.
I think
That's rough. I think it's Rodney Pete, though.
Rodney Pete?
I think it's Rodney Pete just for
Rodney
longevity
Pete.
Yeah.
of
We'll go
career.
Rodney Pete. Let's go.
Oh my God!
Hey,
Oh my God.
Listen, Rodney Pete was garbage his whole fucking career. He was garbage. Well, they also ran the ball 47 times a game. It was like a high school football game.
That was
It was
a
like
light day, Dan. That was a light day.
Rodney Pete was the centerpiece in the wishbone, if that says anything. He was in the old wishbone. Stacks doesn't even know what the wishbone is. He just confusedly laughed.
I
He was
do,
like,
Dan.
I don't know what
Dan,
a
I know
wishbone
the
is.
wishbone- Dan, I know what the wishbone is. Come on, man. I grew up in Nebraska. I know
That's from like right. That's from like also like way before you were fucking born though. Like, and we ran the I, bud. We ran the I formation. What passing touchdowns?
Yeah,
Mayfield.
passing. Oh, I'm gonna. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Mayfield
Robert
put him
Berry?
up in those
Really?
4 years.
Fuck Unitas, I guess. I mean,
It's
with
gotta
my
be
gut, it's
Unitas,
got to be.
right?
It has
Gotta
to be.
Unitas. Oh,
Yes,
hell
by
yeah.
a lot.
All
By
day.
a lot.
All day. Unitas again?
Oh my God, no! I don't. Hang on,
You don't think so?
dude.
It's been tricking you all night, Dan.
I know it's been getting me. I mean, I have to go. I honestly think I should probably go Greasy.
You want to go Greasy? Go Greasy then. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Not Bob Greasy. Let's go Unitas. Two 90s a lot.
I already went Bob Greasy. You lost.
He already did.
Oh
We
God
lost.
damn it! Why it wasn't?
Yeah.
I thought
we
you
lost.
said it.
Yeah.
It's all right. We
We'll
can.
do it again.
We'll get a good one.
We will
Get on a
good
streak.
one.
If we don't get on a streak, then fuck it. I guess I don't really. I mean,
Fuck it.
Dan's got
We're
a drink.
85% in the portal. Who else can say that?
everyone we miss, Dan has to drink.
Dak.
Prescott
Dak.
might not be though. Yeah, pretty good. Mike Glennon's next. Gary Collins for sure.
You think so? Okay. I'll let you have that one.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Kerry Collins was a good quarterback for a while.
Jake Delhomme?
Fuck! It's Kerry Collins, I think.
Mhm.
Go.
Okay. Kerry Collins? All right.
Karen Collins for sure.
Kerry
Yep.
Collins for sure, says Dan.
Yep.
Oh, wow. He was. Shit.
I'm going gut off the top of my head. Delhomme.
Delhomme on this one. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yep.
Solid. Lamar.
More than 89. Lamar Jackson.
Lamar.
Only
Lamar.
4 years.
Hell
Yeah, for
Hell
sure.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Fuck. Lamar.
Lamar.
Yep.
Hey.
That's y'all's best score on any of them so far. 6 right there.
Montana.
Montana.
He's way the fuck up there.
Wow. He is way the fuck up there.
Montana.
Fucking Blake Bortles.
Blake. It's Blake Bortles.
I'll give that to you. He started longer.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt. That makes sense.
Jim Kelly.
Kelly for sure.
Are y'all gonna break 10? Y'all are gonna break 10.
Oh my God. Blanda
Kelly
played for.
again?
Look at his fucking years played. 1949 to 1975. It's George. It's okay. So for the last 10 years of that he was a
Blanda?
kicker. The last 10 years of that, he was a kicker, though.
Wow.
But I feel like you have to go. I feel like you have to go.
I think it's Kelly.
I'm gonna say Kelly. Yeah.
Hey, it is Kelly. It is Kelly. Go Kelly. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, this one.
Blanda.
This one's Blanda.
Yep.
Wow.
McNabb.
That's too easy.
Before it even comes out.
Yep.
Tommy Thompson, really? How many years did he play? 10
years.
years? No, fucking that's not McNabb. That's not McNabb.
That's McNabb. Yeah.
Yep, by a lot.
Yep.
Tommy Thompson, Rogers,
A-Rod.
471.
Christ.
Woo! A-Rod.
is going to be the answer for a while.
Yeah, as long as it keeps
unless you get Marino, Favre.
That's still pretty impressive for old Curdy.
Oh, I knew they were going to fucking switch that shit. Cousins. I think it has to be.
Okay, Cousins. We'll go Cousins there.
Yep.
All right, good call, Dan.
Damn, guys. 17.
Oh my
Awesome.
god, this one's ridiculous, dude. This one's ridiculous because who knows? Like, dude, who knows? Seriously, who knows? Fuck. The fucking NFL back then was so goddamn stupid.
Goddamn stupid. They probably had touchdown count.
It's got to be Lynn Dawson. He's too big of a legend. I can't pay against Lynn Dawson.
Lynn Dawson.
Yeah.
Wowzer. Okay.
How the hell does Mark Brunell end up in that conversation?
So it's
Dawson.
Career
Oh,
touchdowns.
hell yeah, Dawson.
Dawson.
Career touchdowns. Will.
44.
Okay.
Holy
Gerbach.
fucking
Gerbach. Elvis Gerbach used to be a Chiefs quarterback, bro.
Gerbach, man.
Yes.
Okay.
20.
Gerbach.
Gerbach still.
Oh, hang on. He played for this dude played for 16 years. Gerbach played for 7.
But that was a different game. That was a different game back then, though.
It was, but I think. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, he did play for 16. You have to go Tobin Rote, dude. You have to mathematically.
Just because of the years.
Yep.
Oh my god! Hell yeah.
21. Fucking Gus Farrat, really?
Ooh.
I don't know if I want to go with a guy named Tobin Rote at this point again, but
for real, man.
I'm gonna go with Tobin again.
I think that you have to almost go with Tobin Rote. Yes.
I'll go with Tobin.
Yeah.
Yes, Tobin Rote.
Okay.
Bam. Oh my god. It's definitely
Farrat.
fucking Farrat, right? That's got to be Farrat.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be Farrat. Jimmy G hasn't been a starter that long.
Yeah.
Been that long. Yeah, good call.
They're going to go Jimmy G and somebody? Rodney Pete. Oh, we just had this earlier, dude. Rodney Pete was 86 or like in his 90s?
89, 2004.
No, we saw his actual number.
We saw it before.
We did see his actual number.
We saw it before.
I think it was in the 90s, if I recall.
It was in the 90s. I think you're right. Early 90s.
No.
76. We actually didn't pick Rodney Pete right there.
You're in the top 1%.
We killed that. Or Dan killed that, I suppose.
Well,
good job, Stacks.
Since we got Will back, y'all want to try out the NBA again real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Fuck one, marry one, kill one?
Which one? All NBA or let's do
Dan, NBA wise.
LaMelo, LeBron, Jokic. You got to fuck one, marry one, kill one. Go.
Jokic.
I definitely probably.
Which one?
LaMelo?
Are we talking about the players or their wives?
Either one, Josie. I don't care which one.
Either way, Will. I don't know which.
Will, pick one. NBA or Lakers?
NBA.
Hey, Will, by the way, if we're going wives, have you seen Savannah James?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my good God.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would
that's gotta
do
be
whatever.
Dantley.
It's Adrian Dantley.
Yeah,
I would do whatever to that woman.
I gotta go with Dantley for real.
Yeah, 24-2-7. Adrian Dantley was super high.
Mm-hmm.
Dantley
Yeah,
again.
Dantley for sure.
Dantley again.
Ain't Mobley, tell you that.
Dirk.
Dirk's average is 20.74, which is lower than I thought.
Dirk again.
Yeah, Dirk
have
again.
to.
In terms of scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all just broke the high score.
Oh,
Just broke the high score.
That's tough.
I have to go
I gotta
Gugliotta
go-
because
I
he
gotta
was
go
he was a
Tom.
bench
Gugliotta?
scorer.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
go with Tom. Yeah, I gotta go with Tom.
Gugliotta.
Yeah, I gotta go with Tom.
Wow.
Wow.
13 a game. He did play off the bench a lot. He did play off the bench a lot.
Airball. We got airball.
Airball.
Thomas
All right,
Gugliotta.
guys, this is gonna be my last one, and then I've got to go ice my foot because it really is killing me.
Yeah, we're gonna run an ad. Then me and Stacks are gonna do a little bit more, and then we'll probably be done. Will, you can stay on? We can stay on. We're running an ad right now. Hard. Paramount TV.
Alonzo.
Dude, hang on.
I like Brandy though, but I gotta go with morning.
All
I
right,
think
go
it's
ahead. Morning. Yep, good call. Good call. I was thinking Brandon
Morning.
Jennings. Definitely Lonzo. Lonzo.
Yeah, Lonzo.
Lonzo?
Yeah, Robin didn't even score. I was gonna say Robin.
Shit.
Well, he was so
that's
drunk
a
the whole time.
tough one.
That is tough. You Jim Jones, because
Yeah.
7.3 is low.
Yeah, Jones.
Yeah, 7.3 is so low.
Yeah.
Bill Cartwright. I would off the top of my head.
I will go Bill Cartwright because it's Knicks days. Not his Bulls days, but it's Knicks days.
Yeah, there you go.
Not by much.
Wow. By that much.
That's another
Fucking
tough
Hal Greer, dude. They're taking
That's
shit
a-
out of the.
Okay, that's
fucking
it. That
left
ain't right.
I have to go Hal. We have to go Hal, right? Because 13.2 is not very much.
I gotta go with Hal.
Al.
Yep.
Yep, there you go.
Wow.
1924.
Al Greer over here.
He played in 1954. Bobby Wanzer. I've never even heard of that guy. Robert Wanzer.
I'm going with
You
Hal.
have to go Hal Greer. Yep.
I'm going Hal Greer again.
Yep.
Okay.
Good call.
There we go.
Ooh, I'm going
Cedric
with
Maxwell.
Cedric. I'm going with
Yep.
Cedric.
Yep. Cedric.
Oh, well,
not by much.
0.3.
0.3.
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell, man.
Russell.
Bill Russell.
Not by very much, so that's the thing. Yep. I knew it wasn't very much.
Yeah.
He wasn't average per game guy.
Oh,
JoJo,
not
bro.
JoJo.
Hey,
Not JoJo.
this is JoJo White because we had this on the thing the other
It's gotta
day.
be JoJo. It's gotta be.
I believe that it was JoJo.
It's gotta be JoJo.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
we had that as an actual one of those
Ooh,
JoJo.
basketball
Yeah.
reference things.
JoJo.
God, this is so close because Peja
It's
was about
close.
that
It's
point,
gonna
but
be
you have to go
close.
Peja. I think you have to go Peja.
18 points
Right?
a game. It's gotta be Pager.
18.
18.
Oh,
Wow.
I was
By
gonna
that
say-
much, dude. They're always going to get us on those ones that are like that close. Because
Yeah.
I knew that one was really super close. It's just, what did they fuck up late in their career and all that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do they, for real, like, what do they go do to just bog it down? Because that's, I mean, averaging 4 off the bench in fucking Phoenix or whatever.
All right, boys. Y'all have a great night. I'll see you
All right,
later.
Thank you.
You too, Josie.
Later,
Thank you,
Josie.
Josie. Have a
Later.
good night.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Hardwood.
Welcome to the hardwood.
Hardwood.
Where there's
What Dan
hard-
Stacks
where there's
Wheel. What Dan
hard
Stacks
subjects
Wheel.
and even harder wood. We're facing the hard topics and the even harder wood. Hey, well, we run
That's
this
just-
ad segment for me.
That shit sounds
Real quick.
like that shit sound like a Viagra commercial.
We're actually. I didn't know if you knew this, but we're actually in the running for a Michelob Ultra sponsorship because you can drink it after you work out.
Oh
And
my
then,
gosh.
Yeah, and then we're also in for any kind of male enhancement pill that we can take, even though we don't need it, so that we can keep erections for more than 6 hours. Because that seems like the thing that's happened to do is you just keep a boner for as long as you possibly can. Apparently, it's dangerous, but we just thought it sounded fun. So
We don't give a damn if it's
Um,
dangerous. We do things every day that's dangerous. We don't give a damn about one more.
if you still have an erection after 4 hours, call more ladies.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah, man.
Shit.
That's great.
Hey, Will, run this out for me real quick. Can you do
Which
that?
one? Which
you
one
on
you
there?
want to be on?
Just like 3 of them, so I can go pee real quick.
All right, you guys, we're gonna be right
Peeing
back.
time.
We're going to be right back, guys. After a quick break, we'll break down some more topics.
You don't have to do the
We'll be right
whole roll up and everything. I could have done that. All you got to do is play it on the thing.
back. Oh, okay.
And so I can step away from the.
Hey, here you go, guys. We'll be right back.
Put the kids to bed, put on your shades, and crack open a cold one during Sports Report After Dark with Seven and Dan the Dick Werner. You can catch After Dark Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/the Sports Report podcast, and again Saturday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. We believe that athletes are people too, and Skip Bayless is one of the lizard people. Don't miss Sports Report After Dark. For all things baseball, don't miss the Winter Meetings podcast Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/the Sports Report podcast, and again Tuesday mornings on West Coast Radio at 11 a.m. Eastern. Don't miss Fight Night. Every Tuesday night, Will Morgan and Josie Haney break down the hottest topics of the week across combat sports, including UFC, boxing, WWE, AEW, and more. Past episodes are available on youtube.com/the Sports Report podcast, and each episode will air again Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. Don't miss Fight Night. Tune in or tap out. For all things baseball, don't miss the Winter Meetings podcast Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/the Sports Report podcast, and again Tuesday mornings on West Coast Radio at 11 a.m. Eastern.
All right, everybody. We are back. We are back and better than ever. Dan, take it over, my friend.
I just not added myself to the stream. I went back into the stream. The stream like the trout swimming, Will. Stream like them trout swimming.
Dan, was the water cold? I guess that's the real question.
Outside?
Well, no, I was just saying in your toilet, but it's all good.
I had a police officer today. Peek over my privacy fence.
One of False City's
because
finest.
I had a fire going in my backyard that was the size of a large fire that was making like a 6 foot, 7 foot tall flame in the middle of town. Apparently that's not legal anymore. I thought it was legal. Learned today that it was not. He was cool about it. He was like, "Hey bro, you got to put that out."
Put it out, man.
He was like, "We can't burn things." But here, main part to that story, it's still burning. I tried to put it out I sprayed water on it for like 20 minutes. Just went out there. It's like starting to relight itself. There's smoke coming out of it and everything. And I'm like, oh shit. That's how hot that thing was burning. I soaked this thing in water for like 20 minutes. So there's stuff underneath it that was still looks like a little Native American fire just in my backyard. Just put a little teepee up. And like it's just the smoke signals. But yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, this is usually how this show goes. I didn't know if you're.
Oh my goodness.
Sometimes it's just a shit show. Stacks, we were going to talk about something. What were we going to talk about at the end?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a peek here.
Rising Stars game.
Yeah, Rising Stars game. We didn't hit on that. Did you? What'd you think of that? I honestly, I didn't watch a ton of the regular All-Star game. Obviously I caught bits and pieces of it, but I felt like it was semi-competitive just for the fact that you had, you had some G League guys in there trying to get their due to get some tape. Granted, it's an All-Star game, so it wasn't like it was uber competitive, obviously, but we didn't see much from Scoot Henderson. I thought we might see a little bit more, but I think he just didn't want to, risk any level of injury or anything like that. But it was, the Elam scoring system that they got going on. It made for some exciting endings there with some
right. It's like little packed mini games, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Race to 24, stuff like that. It was played the way that an NBA All-Star game should be played. So
correct.
If a guy has an opening to the rack, just let him go. Don't try and get posterized in the middle of the All-Star game. Also,
Absolutely.
don't like escort the guy into having the path to the basket and then let him go. Okay, that's kind of
Correct.
where they're fucking up at, is like they need to
Yep.
play a little bit of defense before the guy gets, and then just don't finish the play, basically. Like that's how it's always been. Like don't go up and try and block the dude's shot. That's just
Mhm.
courtesy in an all-star game. What is not
Correct.
courtesy in an all-star game is just standing out there and letting everybody go and then
Letting
leaking
everybody
out, and then it turns into all your buddies that drank a bunch the night before trying to play a fucking pickup basketball game came around the fucking full court, and
Absolutely.
it just turns into just a shit show. People are throwing it off the backboard of themselves, and it just turns into what. And the thing is, did you know that more people on average watch the NBA All-Star Game and its festivities than watch the NBA Finals?
Damn.
There's a fun fact for you.
Damn.
Watch it's. I mean, that's also all 3 days combined.
All
Okay, so
3
they have
days
the advantage of having all 3
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah,
But you
people
brought-
watch. On average,
you-
people watch. Yeah.
But you brought up a good point last night on the other night on Sports Report, rather. A bunch of casuals kick into that too.
Yes.
You know?
Correct.
Who then start
Correct.
to believe
Yeah.
that? Who then start to believe, like my girlfriend, for example, wants to like basketball, doesn't like basketball, doesn't get to see playoff basketball regularly, right? So sees me
Right,
watching
yeah.
these games that she thinks are fucking pointless and nobody's playing any defense and shit. And
Right.
I'm like, you know what?
Mhm.
You're not wrong at this point, but like I see
Absolutely.
things that you don't, but like I can see it from an outsider's perspective that it's probably not the most interesting thing.
As
It's like what are they?
I mean,
As
How's it
we-
seem competitive?
I mean, we as basketball fans would look more for a missed back cut, dropping a pass, missing dunks, things like that, than a casual fan would. So
Mhm.
that's why I think the finals will be there. But the casual fan All-Star Weekend is perfect.
And
Right.
kind of what I was saying the other night, Will, is like the best thing you can take away from All-Star Weekend every time is like these dudes are a bunch of freaks, bro. Like
Yes.
these guys athletically are
They
freak,
are.
and like that
Yes.
that's what shows you the most about the All-Star game is like, god damn, these dudes are good. Like because they just get to go out and just play an actual pickup game. That's the fun part to me is like I get to see all the scheduled games where they're playing defense and they're running plays and shit like that, and then you get to see like an actual pickup game like you would play with your friends, but it was with
Right.
dudes who can fucking throw it off the backboard of themselves and tomahawk it and shit. And it's
I
like
mean,
it
not
becomes.
Not
Yeah.
the most competitive. I've seen more competitive.
Oh,
play.
absolutely.
When
The-
you go to when you look at the Rico Hines runs, when you go look back at the UCLA courts, when guys out there hooping, you just see more competitive stuff in the All-Star game. But I get it. Anybody trying to be hurt, so I get it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, and they don't get paid very much to be there.
Yes.
So it's a privilege thing. But then like once you've been there, like LeBron, fucking bless him, he still acts like he likes to be there. There's no way that
Mhm.
guy's excited about that anymore. He's been there
No,
19
not at all.
times. There's
Yep.
no fucking way
Yeah.
he's excited about it. He's like okay, I can
Year
also
20,
whatever.
Year 20, he's like,
Doesn't care. He also rolled out
Yeah.
of that fucking All-Star game real quick. If you noticed, he played
He did.
12 minutes.
He did.
he was
Yeah,
Oh, he
out.
hurt
He's
his,
like,
hurt his hand and he was gone.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's like, fuck
Yeah.
this, I'm done.
Yeah.
But
Oh, we did some out.
we actually bagged on LeBron earlier. We don't bag on LeBron a whole lot on the show, obviously.
no, we don't.
Y'all
We
bagged
actually
on him.
kind of bagged on him a little bit. We actually
Yeah.
both agreed that he ruined the dunk contest. He kind of single-handedly ruined the dunk contest for this reason and this reason only. He made it look like it's not cool to do if you're
And so these younger
fucking
generation
great,
players,
right?
Yeah.
But he
Right.
was a great. He was on a whole different thing when he said it wasn't cool. Now I got Anthony Edwards telling me he's turning it down. I'm like, come on, bro. Like,
Well, yeah.
Come on,
look at
bro.
we gotta look at what Bron is, though. Bron's been straight. Bron is nothing but a power dunker. That's all Bron is. The same
He
thing with go back to the day. That's what James Worthy was, just a power dunker.
He would
There's no really
Neek.
creativity in what they do. You know, now Neek is
Neek.
different. Neek is different
Mhm.
because Neek gives you some creativity with his dunks. But
Bron could do anything that Dominique Wilkins could do in a dunk contest, though. Anything. And make
I
it
would
look
agree
better.
with that based on what I've
To make it
seen.
look better.
That's it.
Like he was just a
Yeah.
power dunker. He was just power dunking it. Absolutely, dude. I've seen in-game LeBron dunks that would beat a lot of
Would be a lot of what we've seen over
dudes.
these past several years.
for
Yeah.
sure.
But
Without
Bron,
question.
but a lot of stuff Bron do won't beat a lot of other people. I mean, for much as I don't like the dude as a basketball player, Zach LaVine is a better dunker than Bron.
Dude, Zach LaVine is the greatest dunker of all time, Will. We're not going to get into this right
I
now.
ain't gonna say all
Zach
that.
LaVine is
solid.
I
the
ain't
greatest
gonna say
dunker of
all
all
that.
time.
I ain't gonna say all
He-
that.
He-
I ain't gonna say
well,
all
I mean,
that.
as far as
I mean,
as
we
far
gonna-
as
I
the
mean,
He's a
how
dunk
we gonna-
contest dunker.
I mean, how we gonna
Yeah.
how we gonna pass up Vince Carter?
Greatest dunk contest dunker of all time is Zach LaVine. He's done better dunks.
How are we going to pass
He's
up
done
Vince Carter? That's what I'm saying.
Vince was ahead of his time. LaVine was right at his time and did more.
Vince was the man.
LaVine did more.
And Vince is the better player than Zach.
100%. We're not talking about that. We know that. That's a given. Yeah. Like Vince Carter was a fucking stud pro, dude.
Yes, sir.
And he was touted on that Jordan level. Like he was supposed to be that next Jordan, and then Kobe kind of stepped in and took that spot. And then but Vince averaged like 25 a game for his entire career. I mean, he was still doing it at 40 there like a couple years ago. He was still fucking like hitting threes and shit. He evolved his game just like LeBron did, kind of, and just moved to a different way of scoring. And like that just shows how fucking awesome that guy was. Like that guy's my favorite. Air Flight 1-5 was my favorite player ever at that point. Like he was my hero, and that was because of that dunk contest, right?
Right.
Because he was so far ahead of his time. Like nobody was doing the ballerina shit at that point. Like that, it was still go up and like power dunk it and like get as high as you can, just kind of do that kind of shit. And then Vince comes out, does that power dunk with some grace, and people are like, "Oh, this can be like a coordinated swim team type shit where they're all fucking like making a swan, and then like they're going, under the water and shit, and like
little ballet in the air."
And that's why novel, like, and I like it obviously, but like that's why like even average fans, like my girl for example, I make her watch slam dunk highlights all the time. She actually likes them now because they literally are so graceful. Like if you see the slow-mo of Zach LaVine, Zach LaVine's the greatest example of like just the grace, like just how like it's just all practiced and like it's so perfect, and like it's like a skating, it's like an ice skating competition.
I just disagree with your synopsis that he's the greatest slam dunk.
In-game dunker of all time. In-game dunker of all time is probably
probably John Morant.
No, not. Body of work though.
Well, not body of work, but I realize he ain't been in the league as long.
When he's done, we can have a whole different conversation.
Yeah,
but
he ain't in the league as long. But if you go back and look at what Josh done, particularly this season, he's had a couple of he had some good dunks in his own right. So
absolutely, he's had some fucking highlight of all time reels already, like 5 or 6 of them. 5 or 6 of them where you're just like, holy shit. Anthony Edwards had the one. I remember that one. Yeah, the one.
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan there with the Clippers for a little while when they were running that fucking D'Antoni offense and shit, just did some dirty stuff because all they were doing was just throwing him lobs. And he was so athletic for being 7'2", and like that was his like fucking what he was made for. It was like just throwing lobs.
Griffin too. Don't forget about Blake Griffin too.
Blake is a fucking legendary dunker in game and in the contest.
Two injuries got the best of him.
Them knees couldn't take that 260-pound frame falling all the time. Imagine that.
They catch up to you.
Man.
They catch up to you.
It's like David Boston. That's like David Boston, size-wise. I mean, he's bigger than David Boston. 6'8", like 260. That's bigger than David Boston out there just jumping 45 feet or inches in the air. It's not recommendable for your joints. It's probably not great.
Not at all.
Didn't do well for him. In game though, dunker of all time in the NBA. Well, you're gonna fucking hate this. It's Vince Carter, kind of, but it's definitely LeBron James. In game dunks, if you want to get a longer list of like who has just facialed everybody and their sons, like
I would have to agree.
LeBron has done everybody dirty. Kevin Garnett, Duncan, obviously Jet Terry. Like God bless his soul on that play. I don't know if I think Jet Terry just quit after that, didn't he? No, I'm just kidding. Did he just quit? I can't remember what happened. If he just went into like hiding after LeBron caught a fucking alley from like 12 feet away from the rim and fucking put him on the ground. Yeah, like he was caught in the middle too, which was the worst part. Like he realized what happened. I think he thought that Dwayne Wade was going to shoot that ball, like shoot a layup, and he was just going to like flail at it. And he realized that. That LeBron was catching the oop in the middle of it, and he was like, "Oh shit!" He was just stuck in the middle of the air. And he was like, "Oh god!" And just do it. Do whatever you're doing. And then they all get technicals. They all got teed up. That ended up being like a negative 3-point play for the Heat because they 2 of them got teed up for taunting. LeBron stood over him, got a tee for taunting immediately, and then fucking D Wade started talking shit to him and got a tee. So they ended up being like a negative 3-point play. But just energy wise, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And like it was just like such a crowd killer. Nobody even cheered.
Miami, wasn't it?
No, that was in fucking. That was in Boston.
That was in Boston.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was in Boston. And the reaction to the video is like the funniest shit ever because you could hear a pin drop after it happens. And like you can hear Dwayne Wade and LeBron screaming on the court, but you can't hear anything else because that crowd is fucking silent, dude. They're like, holy fucking shit, that dude just fucked us up.
I remember the dunk. I forgot what they were.
They don't usually get like, that silent about shit. They're like, we don't have anything to say about that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. These guys are pretty good. we're kind of fucked. They're pretty good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I forgot what we're talking about now. We're talking about Braun and Hardwood in the dunk contest, but because he made dudes like Anthony Edwards think that it's like not cool to do, but like he was saying it's not cool for him to do because he's not worried about fucking slam dunk titles. He's worried about fucking titles, and MVPs and shit. And he really was because he was chasing Jordan already, even at that point. Yeah, and it's like facts. It's like, what are you doing? Like he doesn't care about it, and obviously, like you said, Will knows that he might not be received the best in a dunk contest. They would look great in slow motion. In his prime, they would look really, really good in slow motion. But he's not going to be up there doing 720s like Matt McClung spinning 720s and shit. That's not going to happen. He's not that like. It's a lot of body to be moving around that much.
Yeah, he's not that kind of dunker.
He's going to go up and just straight fucking like jump from like the fourth block and just tomahawk, just pull it all the way back and just tomahawk it. And you're going to watch the replay and his eyes are going to be at the rim about halfway through it. He's going to be looking down at it. He's just going to throw it as hard as he can. That's all it's going to be. It's going to be like, okay, it's Dominique Wilkins. Dominique Wilkins won a couple of slam dunk contests just doing that right there. And, absolutely. And then Jordan came along and had grace, like Zach LaVine kind of did this new era, where Zach LaVine came out and they were like, this guy looks like a fucking ballerina dancer. And he's still just like he dunks it with a lot of power and like just so unassuming too. He looks like he should work at a golf course or something. He looks like that guy that wears tube socks and like khakis and golfs all day and like he's like the club pro, but he's not actually certified.
Looking like a hedge fund manager running a YouTube channel.
Yes, exactly. He looks like a swindler. Just regularly, like he wears Titleist clothes and says he's sponsored by him, but he's really not. Everyone's like, how's that guy make his money? He drives a nice. Yes, he has to make his money. Like that. That's what Zach LaVine looks like outside of. Yeah, he wears a lot of white, lot of gold jewelry that you're pretty sure isn't real.
I'm just hoping we get back to where people want to be in the dunk contest. People want to be in All-Star Weekend. That's what I hope we get back to.
And you would agree that LeBron James ruined that. He ruined that for like players thinking that it's not cool.
Oh yeah.
Because he just like said it wasn't. He didn't even say it wasn't cool. He just said that I don't want to do it for like multiple reasons. But I have my own reasons, and you guys shouldn't just follow me because like a lot of the guys who play in the NBA right now, their favorite player wasn't Jordan. Like my favorite player was Jordan growing up, right? Because I'm old enough. I'm like almost LeBron's age, so like I get it. And then, but like their favorite player is definitely like Stack's favorite player. Like that's Jordan's or LeBron's their guy. That's who they grew up with, dude. Like that's their idol.
Yeah.
LeBron or Kobe. And Kobe's unavailable for most interviews now. But I was gonna tell a Kobe joke there, and I just didn't think it would fly.
I got you. But I think but I hope we give it. But I do agree with that LeBron has ruined it. If LeBron would have did one,
I think it would have helped one.
Just one. He wouldn't have got flagged.
It would have helped the stigma around it.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, you gotta give it, and you gotta give it up to Michael Jordan. Because Michael Jordan embarrassed himself in the 3-point shooting contest, but he did it. So
nobody even remembers that though.
Well, nobody remembers it, but he did it.
Like he tried it, and that was a different time though too. Like where he was.
3-point contest, you can get the stars in there. Obviously, Curry, Clay, the participate in that, which is nice. But it's like, I just wish it would just take one for somebody in the dunk contest, one star to be, hey, let's go. Like I'm down with this, and then everybody else will get on board. But that's all it takes.
Yeah.
But,
But let's talk about Matt McClung real quick, just on a last note before we go. For all the white guys, Matt McClung, okay? I've been watching Matt McClung. He put that fucking jersey on at the end. That is his high school, okay?
High school jersey,
high school jersey.
Yep.
I've been
That's
watching him since high school, and this motherfucker, dude, that move they did right before the dunk, that fucking like behind the back thing, famous for that. Used to kill dudes with that. He's also playing a bunch of white guys, middle of Ohio.
Yep.
Right. But like we didn't think like that. So when he got drafted, I was like, "There's no way this dude's," you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way this guy's fucking.
He's gotten better, to his credit, as a basketball player. I mean, if you watched him all at Georgetown and Texas Tech, like, you know, especially coming into college, you know, Georgetown, everybody thought, you know, basically, hey, white boy dunker, and that was his label, white boy dunker, got the hops. But he's, you know, I mean, to his credit, he has elevated his game a little bit, and the guy can ball. But I just found it sad that the NBA felt it was necessary to put a 76ers jersey on him in order for him to participate. Like, come on, man. Do we really need to do that? Like, at this point, like, I mean, I think if you hire professional dunkers to come in outside of the NBA, like, at this point, I'm not opposed to it because it's like we said, like, it's basically ruined at this point because I don't think you're going to get anybody of a high profile to come do it.
Right. They're not motivated to do it.
Do you think Matt McClung, because they're not getting paid? I thought that was an interesting thing that who was it? Who said that? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander said that.
Oh my God, dude! Did you see my thing in the chat about that? What was your guys' thought about that? Like the first All-Star game, and you're already bitching about the fact that it's whack. It's whack, but all you did was fart. You didn't even put up any numbers, and you're here complaining. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like,
I forgot he played in the game. Did you see that? What he said about LeBron? Did you see what he said about LeBron?
Oh yeah. He said he was better. He said he's better than LeBron at his age.
At this point in his career, he thinks he's better than. At 21 years old, he thinks he's better than LeBron James. That's fucking interesting because LeBron James won a fucking MVP at 21 years old.
Get the hell out of here.
Get out. I did not see that. I was just talking strictly about how he felt about the All-Star game.
I'll say this.
He said, and I'm going to paraphrase. Sorry, Will. I'm going to cut you off.
Go ahead.
No, Shea just said, to paraphrase, he said, I'm definitely a better scorer, and I think I'm a better passer than he was.
Get the hell out of here.
Get the fuck
Swear to God,
out
that
of
was
here.
the quote.
That's stupid.
Paraphrasing, but that's what he said.
I haven't seen that, but that dude's on crap.
Love the confidence.
He's on something. Yeah, he on that good shit.
I mean, why not? You're at this level, you gotta have some sort of moxie about it. But
he on that good shit. He on that
also
good shit.
realistic
Because he ain't won nothing yet.
He hasn't done shit.
He hasn't
done shit.
Nope, granted,
is OKC better because of him? Absolutely, 1,000%. What would they be without him? Point exactly. They wouldn't be shit. But to say, get the fuck out of here.
Best player on a bad team, or at least a team that for some reason has talent.
For now,
you
wait
can't
till
get
Jaden
to play.
We talked about him 2 weeks ago. Wait till Jaden Williams. I'm telling you.
The three Williams that they start, they start three guys named Williams. They have to call them three different things.
But Jaden, though, from Arkansas.
Yes, from Duke. Oh,
yeah, Arkansas.
Oh, Jalen. Yeah. Who's the one from Duke? There's a Jalen.
He plays for the Hawks. There's
okay, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, there's nobody that's there's nobody on the OKC that played at Duke.
So there's another Jalen Williams. There's two because
I think it's Jaden. I think it's Jay. Correct.
Oh, Jaden and Jalen. That's
Jaden and Jalen. That's why.
That shit is so fucking confusing.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know. Too many J's to worry about, man. Too many J's to worry about.
There's so many Williams, dude. There's so many Williams, especially when I got these cards, man.
You shouldn't be allowed to talk stuff until you win something.
Yeah.
Until you do anything, like, and you get an all-star nod, and then you act like it's a fucking you're just unappreciative of it. Like, do you realize?
And again, that goes back to the problem with the whole All-Star weekend in general. I mean, that attitude. I mean, what good does that do? I saw something before we popped on the show that said this had worse viewership than the last NFL Pro Bowl. This weekend's All-Star game had worse viewership than the last Pro Bowl.
I believe it.
It has become, and I'm gonna blame this generation mostly, but I mean LeBron has to take some blame because LeBron's kind of part of this problem.
Yeah,
everyone thinks they're so fucking cool that they can't hustle. Like they take looking cool over winning any competition basically all the time because they were never taught that winning is important, which I'm not saying that we should teach kids to like winning is overly important because it's really not in like competition games like that. But at the same time, like stop trying to act like you're fucking you just don't want to look bad so bad that you just don't want to look good because it makes you look like a fucking idiot. It makes you look worse when you think that you're too cool to like hustle and stuff and like it just makes you ridiculous. Like why don't you just go 100%? Like Jose Alvarado, for example, wins he won the Rising Stars MVP game. Yep. You know how he won it? He just didn't think that he was too fucking cool to go 100% the whole time he was on the floor. Hit a fucking three to win the game.
Played at a similar level to how he does during a regular season game. Obviously not at the same level, but I'm just saying the same type of play, the hustle plays, all that stuff. That's right his DNA. There. The defense, man. I mean, for what you saw, but still, I mean, it's that sort of shit. I mean, and that's what fans want to see. They want to see a little bit of that.
And you root for guys. You root for guys like Jose Alvarado. He's like 5'11", dude. He's like 5'11".
Absolutely.
He doesn't.
You root for guys like that. You do. You root for guys.
Yeah, absolutely. He looks like he should be. He looks like he should be working in the back of a Taco John's somewhere with a hairnet on.
Oh, absolutely.
He's just totally out there like fucking just balling. Like last thing, Mac McClung. Did you guys fucking see the Twitter video of the dude? I think it's a rapper or something. Literally, he's taking the Twitter video of Mac McClung after he dunks it. He does that like the 720, right? So it was kind of a 720. It was like more like a 540 that he did. But the guy literally, he's like, we need to drug test this nigga. We need to drug test him. He's screaming in Mac McClung's face, and Mac McClung's reaction to it is so funny. He's just like, oh yeah, we need to drug test him. He's like running around like drug test that motherfucker. I was like, yes. It's so good. They're all just freaking out. We always do the jokes about the dudes on the sideline. Will, they're always just like, there's always like the one guy holding all the rest of the dudes back. I love that shit, dude. Like I do it all the time. I'll do it in my house. To my girlfriend. Like if she's sitting next to me, like it's just me and her. I'll see like a fucking play on TV and she's not watching it. It's like, oh, no idea what's going on. Oh my God. I just love it. Just one dude he's like bent down, like holding back like 7 guys, like not really holding them back. Yeah, they get so excited. I'm surprised they didn't do that on the sideline, just too far away. But he did. Matt McClung's also got the advantage that he's fucking 5'9". Yes. And if you can dunk it at 5'9", well, I could one-hand it in high school off 2 feet. I had to literally go up off 2 feet and go up and actually like just barely sneak it over the rim, right, and fucking just snap the rim basically, and that's technically a dunk. It wasn't much of one, but I'm sure it looked impressive because I'm fucking 5'9", dude. Like it. You just have to get up there a ways, to like do it in the first place. So everything looks better. Like even like, and then if you're actually doing good dunks that would look good from a 6'5" dude doing them, they look really good.
Yeah.
And he's clearly done some stuff where like they were fucking recording it in a dunk contest because he knows how to play the replay. So like the first dunk that he did, he jumped over the fucking person with the dude on his back or whatever, all the way up. Yeah. I remember that. He tapped it against the backboard. He took it and instead of just dunking it over both of them, he tapped it against the backboard and then dunked it. And like that's a little slow-mo thing that you get, and like it just adds to. He knows how it works, the format works and everything. Right. So like he played it perfectly, and he made his first dunk every single time, which is another thing that's huge.
Yeah,
like you can't just go there and do a
Jericho Sims, by the way. Poor Jericho Sims having him in that dunk contest. That poor bastard, man.
Good fucking God with that guy, though.
That poor bastard, man. That poor bastard.
Fucking guy with long... Dude, that guy... What the fuck is that? That's like a whole new species of human. Like that, he's like 7'2", like 330. Yeah, he's got a six-pack. Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Yep. That is a genetically engineered human being.
Yep.
Like, I didn't even care. I was like, he's not going to do anything creative, but fuck, that dude could probably dunk it from the 3-point line.
The fact that we didn't get to see Shaden Sharp in this dunk contest from the Trailblazers was sad. because
Weird,
I
right?
was looking forward to him. I thought it was going to be him and Matt McClung in the finals, and it wasn't. And instead, we got to see a dude like Jericho fucking Sims, and that poor bastard, man. Oh,
Who was the Suns guy? Who for some reason they were making jokes about how people cannot remember his name, and I can't fucking remember it now. I seriously can't remember it now. It wasn't Mikal Bridges. That's what I keep trying to say it is.
No, I can't either. I know what you're talking about, but I can't.
Yeah,
remember
but
off the top of my head.
he was in the finals, like quite literally in the finals against Matt McClung, and he actually did some really good dunks. He actually did some really good dunks, and like he's 6'8" though.
Absolutely.
So how you gonna? I mean, you can't really how you gonna compete with a dude who's fucking flying around, Nate Robinson style, Spud Webb style.
Right.
It's exactly what Spud Webb did. One of Spud Webb's dunks in the '85 one that he won is literally him just alley-ooping himself off the bounce. Like the most simple thing that you can possibly do. Like dudes that I know that can do it, like that are 5'8", like can they literally dunk themselves. That was his dunk, and people were like, "What the fuck? It looks really cool. He gets really high up there," and they're like tens, and like that because nobody ever seen it. Like they've never seen a 5'8" guy just go out there and just do two-handed and shit. He just looked weird doing it. It looked like a video game.
Okay.
So whenever you can make it look like a video game, that's apparently what you're supposed to do. So.
Oh yeah.
You guys got anything else, NBA wise?
Nah. Tomorrow, season resumes. It's going to be interesting here down the stretch to see how these teams come out before playoffs get started.
And these teams will be playing now because you have playoff season on the line.
It's time to go.
Did you guys realize?
Did
you guys realize how much they've pushed the All-Star game past the actual midseason point at this point?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
There's only 23 games left for some teams.
23 games.
So literally, they've pushed it to a 3-quarter break now. It's a 3-quarter break, and they did it on purpose because they're trying to stop the after All-Star break resting and shit. So like they basically went, all right, you get this whole time right here to play 20 some odd games after this. We want you guys to try your best, wink, wink, to play every single game, wink, wink. And if you don't,
except for LeBron, because he's not playing.
In Claw Leonard, who has less career points than what was it, Mason Plumlee, I believe. Ridiculous factual
He's got his
thing.
claim to fame, though, man. He's a god in Toronto the rest of his career, though.
Oh yeah.
Right, the baby dinosaurs.
That's what they are.
The Eastless LeBron Eastless.
And they're still traumatized by what LeBron did to him.
Just
they still traumatized. LeBron bought that. You motherfucker named that stadium out LeBron. By LeBron. Just name it the LeBron Key Arena or the LeBron Stadium or something like that. He dominated those baby dinosaurs, man. That was pathetic.
Treated them like John Benet Ramsey and just kept them against their will.
Them and the Hawks, man.
Yep.
Atlanta.
Just everybody in the East there for a while.
And I'm sorry, and that's good. I gotta shout out Nick McMillan real quick. Yeah, brother, you lost your job.
Oh,
Don't worry. You'll get somewhere better. Better.
He will.
We all know why he got fired.
Did you guys see?
What was your take on that? Well, what do you mean? We all know he got fired. Why did he get fired?
Your boy
Trae
Young.
Trae Young.
Oh God, okay.
Yeah.
It was Trae Young that got rid of him because him and Trae Young wasn't seeing eye to eye.
Correct.
And kind of like DeAndre Ayton not seeing eye to eye with his coach, it was the same thing with him.
Same thing
with him.
It was Trae Young's white eye that didn't like going.
It don't matter which eye. The whole point is he ain't liking. And when your star player says he don't like a coach, he got to go. He got to be one hell of a coach to stay from that.
I did see something that came across real quick. I did see something that came across this evening at like 7:00 Central Time. Udoka. Obviously, it makes sense. He's going to be, in the talks for all these jobs that come open. But but that was one that they thought maybe they'd reach out to him.
That's interesting. I mean, that makes a ton of sense.
That makes it interesting, but it makes sense.
Well, they feel like that in Georgia. Well,
I think they'll put that thing behind them. I think they'll put that thing behind him with knee alone. I really think they would, and welcome that man in with open arms. I mean, you made him.
Because he didn't really do that much.
You made a mistake.
I mean, if you're okay with promoting Karl Malone, you know,
if you're having Karl Malone at All-Star Weekend, you'd be all right with that.
Yeah, he'll be.
Let's not even put Ime and Karl in the same light. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not even.
No, I'm putting the same in the same light. Just saying.
No, I know you guys are. I'm saying
if you gonna take someone who's been jaded in the league, made mistakes in the league, and Karl Malone made mistakes in life, and you bring him in to promote the Utah Jazz. Ime Udoka, yes, he's been disciplined by Boston. He's been fired. He lost Nia. Yes, he made a mistake, but he's also been punished enough for that same mistake. So, if you bring him into Atlanta, I don't think it's forgotten, but I think they'll kind of like sweep it under the rug, swept under the rug, and we need you to get wins. We need you to get us to the at least a play-in if possible, and then take us from there. So,
well, shit. The sad part is with this Hawks team, dude. Not too long ago, they were just in the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, let's not forget that.
I don't understand some of those moves that they did either. I don't understand some of those moves they did.
To not keep Kevin Herter.
That was dumb.
For me, was dumb.
Was dumb.
And everything I've read, everything I've listened to was just because they were cheap and they didn't want to pay over the luxury tax.
I would have paid that luxury tax.
Yeah, I would have paid
that was stupid to let him go.
Yeah,
that was dumb to let him go.
It was.
Optically, too, I was going to say from the Ime Udoka standpoint and the Karl Malone thing, like optically, it's like if you actually break it down, like Ime Udoka cheated on his wife, right? That was
cheated on his girlfriend. Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't his wife even. I thought he was married.
Because I don't think him and Neil were married. I think they were engaged. I thought they were engaged. I don't think they were married.
Okay, I'm saying like I thought he had a wife and then he did the thing with the intern at Boston. I thought that was
because he was dating Nia Long. So I don't think they were. I think they were engaged, but I don't think they were quite married.
Okay.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
When he cheated on her was the Boston.
With the Boston, right.
With the Boston.
Okay, so fuck. If they weren't even married, like I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, it's not. I know it's a big deal, women, ladies. I know it's a big deal. What I'm saying is like I don't. Let's not put that on the same level as the more sinister. The more sinister thing that was going on with
Karl Malone did, but I'm just saying if you're looking at a past indiscretion,
right?
With Karl Malone being the worst off, and Karl Malone's being brought back to the NBA to promote your dunk contest. Right.
He's still getting that screen time.
Right. He's still getting screen time. Yes.
Oh, by saying the optics, I'm agreeing with you guys and saying that. Yeah. Like, what are we doing putting? Because you know what he's doing
in that spot.
You know what he's doing with a 13-year-old girl, right? He's just like they call it grooming. He's literally trying to make like a white. Like you can just see Karl Malone being that kind of dude, right? Like it seems like that's who he is, and like I don't want to like condemn the guy. I never met him before in my life, but like it seems like that's who he is. Is like this. He's like he's like the Christian Brimstone, like fucking guy who played for the. He played for the ring, and he would have never sat a play out if he didn't have to. And Iron Man and all this shit, and like he just stands for so many things that he isn't. Right. And I'm like God damn it, you guys just parade him out there. Like,
did either of you guys see that there was something that came across Twitter today that there was a thing where Vanessa Bryant got a little creeped out by Karl.
I remember that
at a game. Did you see that where she said, "What are you doing, cowboy?" Because he was dressed in a cowboy suit, and he said, looking for young Mexican women or like young mamacitas, and she's Mexican or whatever. So, and then it kind of freaked her out after that. I saw that today. Yeah. I didn't realize that was a thing either.
Yeah, I saw that.
Malone couldn't help the fucking weird rapey vibe coming out of his mouth.
That's a piece of trash, and I'm not trying to tie the two together because one is worse than the other. I get that, but just from the optics,
I know you guys do. I just don't want them.
But just from the optics of you messing up, either one's a bad look. Karl's is a whole lot worse than Ime's, but Ime can make up for his indiscretion. Karl Malone will never be able to make up for that indiscretion.
Let's put it this way, Will. Let's put it this way. The thing that Ime did when Karl was playing wouldn't even have been mentioned. It wouldn't even have been brought up. There wouldn't have been a story about it. He wouldn't have got fired for it because it was happening all the time. And it was like everyone knows, nobody cares type of thing because there wasn't social media. And now it's just let's call everybody out on everything because we have all the information right here. Why wouldn't we call them out and do this stupid shit?
Social media,
everyone's been doing stupid shit forever. He was doing stupid shit. And the fact we figured out about it is even worse because that means it was real bad. That means it was real fucking bad. Like, like the dude was a straight predator, basically.
And that tells you, and that also tells you about that Utah crowd because you know that Utah crowd knew it. You knew that the fans of Utah knew it, and they still didn't care to address it or say anything about it. They just kept cheering him on for every point that he scored.
Boy, that sounds like Vince, doesn't it, Will?
Huh?
Sounds like Vince, doesn't it, Will?
Yeah, it really does.
Yep.
The Utah Jazz just kept praising him despite knowing all the bad behavior. Because if you go back to the 98 finals, they were doing stories about this same thing in the 98 finals. And they were just clapping their hands and going crazy and not holding him accountable for any of that. They knew it, but they still cheered this man on. And now you're seeing the backlash, and now the Utah fans are not clapping anymore. But when he was playing and producing for them, they just swept it under the rug and never mentioned it. Didn't happen.
Didn't matter. Yep. And here's kind of the thing, and this is an underlying thing, and I might be reaching here, but like my mom used to tell me that I asked her one time, I said, "Hey, does Dad like black guys?" This is a serious story when I was little. And she said, "Yeah, if they play for the Huskers, he does." Totally fucking kind of serious, but like kind of making a joke. And I was like, it makes so much sense, dude. Like the same Utah story, dude. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
If he's scoring points for them, they're fine with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but and then now he's a legend.
Dan, remember when the Husker players knelt during the national anthem? Remember that?
Yeah.
And
lost.
And boy, they'll cheer you on. But boy, when that happened though, Michael
turn on you.
They knelt though. Yeah, when they knelt though, I'll tell you what.
Turn on you.
It was take his scholarship and kill him and kill them and
inward this, inward that, on the field.
Inward this, inward that, and we're no greatest fans in the nation during that period.
That's the shit that me and Tony have talked about on After Dark, 2 Thursdays, 10/9 Central. No, we've talked about on After Dark. Like that's that racism. That's really what's going on now. There's no more overt racism in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody ever goes up and just like says that kind of shit. They just do it behind closed doors and secretly. Like now it's not an open thing. It's like a secret society. And now that makes it stronger because there's no like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're like, oh, hey, we're part of something. Like nudge, we'll tell a black joke. Look around real quick before we tell a black joke. That kind of shit. That's like a nudge, like secret society type. We hate black people thing. That's so much worse. That's so much worse than just openly doing it. I think.
But you still see racism out there in mainstream world too.
Oh, so, without question.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Right? Well, like not just like it's there, but now people have to do it politely, which is weird.
Right.
And like the politely weird stuff is like not even harmful compared to what that fucking behind the scenes.
I don't want that. I just want you to tell me you hate me. Don't even hit me with the.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
let's say you hate me. Well, I hate you because you be like, okay, well, at least I know where you stand, and I'll take my ass.
And we're not saying that everybody in Nebraska hates black people because that's clear.
No, I know that's not true.
No, we're not, and that's not what we meant.
But
I know that
this stuff is strong around like people who live amongst one color of people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like people who live in one place
because that's how they know.
Get closed-minded and they get closed-minded and they're scared. It's fear.
That's how they know. They don't know how to deal with anybody else who deals. They don't know how to deal with anybody else who is outside that circle. They don't know how to deal with it. So they're awkwardness. They're scared. They don't know how to handle it. Now, once they get more acclimated to hanging around different people, and 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, once they get used to hanging outside the circle, then you'll see the thought process start to change and be more accepting. But that won't happen until they get out of that particular circle that they're in.
Facts.
Exactly. And some of them never will.
Yeah.
Like that is the positive. That is the positive side behind it, is that like if you do see people who do start to hang out with black people or who do start to hang out with white people or whoever, almost all of them are like, oh yeah, they're just people like, it's
Just
it
like
literally
us.
just becomes
Yeah.
like just like us. Just different. It's different, and they're
Yeah.
shown a lot of things on TV and stuff. Which that's a whole nother episode. But like,
Oh,
they're shown
whole
things a lot
conversation.
that give them a certain idea about what a black person is, about what an Asian person is like, and they start to pigeonhole these people
It's
into these
one
groups
size
without
fit
ever
all,
knowing
yes.
one of them.
Yep.
Without ever knowing one of
Yep.
them. So then their assumption of it is this because they don't ever get to experience it. So like right when it happens, like it gets weird and stuff because everyone's like
Mhm.
freaking out. It's like, dude, just relax. It's not, they're other human beings. We've separated it way too much and made it way too big of like everyone's a caricature. Like all black guys are a caricature of like
It's
the worst kind of black guy.
It's like a caricature from a cartoon that might that show us in a negative light. If that's all you watch, if that's all you know, that's going to be your view. That's going to be your viewpoint at all black folks.
How else?
And-
How else are you supposed to see it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And there's no, and unless you get around somebody who breaks that stereotype and you take a chance to look at that person and take a chance to listen to what that person has to say to see that they don't match that caricature, then your thought process might start kicking into play and saying, hey, he's just like me. He has interests like me. He puts his pants on like me, his shirt on like me. And until we get to that point, things won't get no better. Things won't get no better because of these preconceived notions out here.
And you hit on something really important there too, like just being open to the fact that it isn't the caricature that you think of it as. You know what I'm saying? Like just being open to that in general is the first step, and usually the only step that people have to take. But there's still a lot of people who are not even going to take that step out of fear, out of just fear of what the unknown and like just being in the safe little box. And like if you like just being in this little box, like if you ever step out of this safe little box that you live in, you're going to have a tough time understanding anything. Because it's not everything is what's around you all the time.
Judgment too, Dan. You know, if you grew up in a household or something where that was wrong or unusual, you don't want to be looked at differently than.
I think there's so many examples out there. They're just stupid examples. You got people who come in injured from car accidents, or people who come in injured and go to the hospital and need help. And these are the same people that'll say, I don't want to be worked on by a black doctor. A black doctor can nearly save your life, but because of your preconceived notions of that,
you'd
rather die than be saved by what you're scared of. You rather die than a black man or a black woman saving your life. You rather die,
or other race, whatever,
whatever it may be.
That's natural. That's natural selection at its finest, right there.
Yeah,
they can go ahead and go down because that's natural selection. You guys, you got cut out of the chain because you wouldn't make that fucking very simple decision.
Yep.
I'm gonna end it on this. I've told you. I think that I've told you this. I didn't really tell you in detail. I dated a black girl when I was like 10 or 11. Okay, this is rural Fall City, bro. She's the only black girl of my age.
10 or 11 for
she's fucking hot, dude.
Your ass playing G.I. Joe. The hell you dating?
Well, we were holding hands. You know what I'm talking about? Like
going to the movies, Dan.
Meeting at the swimming pool. Well, ours was like we met at the swimming pool, right? We met at the swimming pool and we'd like walk around and like, kind of diddle each other's hands underneath the water and stuff like that. That kind of playful, weird shit, right? And I'm pretty sure, and I didn't think there was anything weird about it, right? I was just like, yeah, she's fucking hot. I thought she was hot. I was 11 years old. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was jerking off to fucking dial-up internet. So, but it took like fucking, you'd have to start the pornos on Aries and stuff before you went to school, right? You had to start them, and then when you got home, there you go. And when you got home, like one of them would be done, and it'd be like a 10-minute video, and then like 60 of them would just be like fucking in queue or stopped or like at like 8% downloaded. You could watch the preview or whatever. And they would get to like the best part and they would stop because you didn't have the whole fucking video downloaded. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that because I was like clearly like kind of, we were smitten as the old folks would call it. I'm pretty sure like not my parents really, but like everybody around me and like anybody who like was like my overseer, like kind of nudged me away from even like being around her. Does that make sense? Like, I think it really was like, and it wasn't even a conscious thing. I don't think it's not like they were like, "Hey, you can't hang out with that black girl." Like they were like, dude, I told my dad one time when I was in college that I was dating a black chick, and he literally said, "Well, don't be getting yourself into that kind of stuff." That was his actual line. And I was like, "The fuck are you like what kind of stuff?" Like, please explain to me what kind of stuff you're talking about. Like, please give specifics, because I'm confused about all your experience, Dad.
And then they won't explain it. They'll just say you should
because you didn't have one.
Right. You should be messing around with stuff like that because you have no life experience dating a black woman. Of course, you're gonna tell your son don't mess around with stuff like that, but then you can't give me an example of why not. Because
I'm curious about you and Lucretia in '76 about how you guys were. Exactly. Were you in love, Dad? You dated a black girl? I'm sorry, I didn't know you dated so many black girls. Had so much range fucking vision in the whole thing.
If you dated Shaquanda in '74, I hope you would tell me.
Right? That's like.
I hope you would tell me.
He was like, well, it was a rough time in my life. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What the hell are you talking about?
You didn't give that one a chance. I'll tell you that much. Did you not know that she was black, Dad? You thought, oh, okay, so she's a light skin. Oh wow, you didn't figure that out for a second. That's awkward, huh? You liked her, didn't you? And you just stopped talking to her.
You just stopped
fucking weirdo.
You just stopped
talking. You fucking weirdo for no reason. They still don't know the reason in their own heads. Don't understand it. They're gonna do it. It's like, yeah.
And that's just terrible because I truly think when we become one as people, most of our problems, not all, but most of our problems will be able to be worked out and eventually go away because we're not seeing color. We're not being separate. We're all working together as a common goal. Whether it's black, white, Hindi, Indian, whatever you might be, we're all working together for the common goal of making humankind better. And if we're fighting with each other, we'll never achieve that goal. And that's really a damn shame. Really a damn shame.
Absolutely. Amen. I've been building these walls. Quite literally, Will, around me, right? Been building these walls. I just like to say it because it sounds like I'm talking. I'm actually just building walls.
Door back there.
I know, in that wall, and it's not done. But I've been mudding it, right, with the plaster. Okay, so this is a really weird example. Been mudding it, and it's kind of going. But what I realize is I fuck it up because I'll either try and do it too much, right, or the back end of my fucking scrape thing will fuck up what I just did. Right. And that's what's happening with people not working together properly is that literally like everyone's trying to do something, but then the back end of everybody that fucking thought they were doing something else fucks everything else up and you got to go back over it. And everyone's fucking like if we just worked all together as one mudding spoon, we could fucking get a straight line down the middle and just stop touching it. We could be like, that's done. Look at that. We got it fucking done. We all
look at you.
Worked in the same fucking place.
I always say it's two things. Most problems end when we work together, and the other part, most problems end when we all have the educational standpoint to work those problems out. And if we work together as people and we have education amongst those people to work those problems out, a whole lot better place.
Absolutely. And not strangle holding your beliefs is a big one. Like on the education, that's on the education topic 100% though, is like just not taking these things that you like. What's that Men in Black? I always quote the Men in Black thing that 20 minutes ago, 2,000 years ago, we knew the earth was flat. 10,000 years ago, we knew the earth was the center of the universe. And 20 minutes ago, you knew we were alone on this planet. Like, imagine what you'll know tomorrow. And everyone just knows everything. It's like, oh, that's what it is, man. And like, instead of like, you have to use some evidence, try and figure some shit out, and then make us like, not just because somebody told you, because you have no fucking idea who even told you
no
that.
Idea.
Some of your core beliefs in your life, you have no idea who even taught you that.
Exactly.
You couldn't name the person, but for some reason you still believe it, which is super weird. And maybe just do some, that's all on individuals though. Like that's from an individual level, we can do that.
All encompassing on that education.
There's another Black quote because people are smart.
I truly 95% of the world's problems can be cleared with education, and people don't realize that. They're so stuck in their ways, and so stuck, let's say I gotta work this job, I gotta go get this money, this, that, and the other. But if you go get educated and feed yourself not only emotionally, because emotion is a big part of it too, because you have to have the emotional stability to also to be able to succeed with dealing with other people. Because again, if you go out of that circle and deal with someone else and you're not emotionally ready to do that, it's going to blow up in your face and that person's face. So you have to have the emotional stability to do that. But when you go get the actual book smarts and the book education to go on with the emotional stability, you got something out of a person at that point. And a lot of these people just don't want to put the work in to do that.
Well said. And just not like the youth, educating youth either. It's literally your whole life. Try and learn your whole life, because this all changes, guys. Everything around you changes. There's never one book about fucking being an electrician is not the same book a year later, because they figured some different shit out about it. Right. So you have to, you can't just go with what you knew in high school. Like, it's not, like, geometry ain't the same no more. I saw some the other day. Fucking ain't the same shit anymore. They figured some new shit out. Okay. I'll just tell you that. I have no idea how to look at it. It looks like fucking hieroglyphics to me, but like, it even did then. It looked like hieroglyphics then. It looks even more like hieroglyphics now. It was like a different fucking breed of alien made that shit. But yeah, I don't understand it still, but like, I do understand that there is a new way to do it now. So like, just continue to educate yourself. Don't stranglehold beliefs. That's the worst part about it. I think that's the worst part. Just without any, like you were saying, without any education, people just take things as truth. And it's like, fuck, guys. Like, I don't know what the truth about anything is at this point. Like, I feel like I'm trying too hard to where there isn't actually any truth. It's like everything is kind of like, well, you could probably disprove that. But like, fuck, something's got to be real. Something's got to be solid, right? I don't know. It might not be.
Oh yeah.
We might just all fucking simulation. Who knows? Will's brain's in a vat in Nevada somewhere.
Man, for all we know, we all could be. Man, for all we know right now, we all could be in the Matrix. For all we know. Yeah.
Just uploaded, and because we don't know anything else, we literally solidified our own boundaries around us. How fucking weird is that to think about?
Yep.
We all just solidified. So asking that question, I'm literally going to end on this question. I was thinking about this the other day. I was talking to people about it. So in that simulation, okay, if that's a thing, I know that there's a fence outside of my door right now, okay? I can't see the fence. And I really can't see the fence on anything, right? If I looked at my camera, I could probably, but you get my point. There's a fence outside. There's a car outside. I know that they're there. Are they really there? Okay. Are they really there if nobody's observing them? It kind of comes back to the whole if a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? Because no person hears it or calls it a sound. Therefore, is it even made or recorded as a sound, right? Does it even make a sound?
Right.
It's kind of the same idea, except for like, if you're in a matrix type situation, the only thing that exists is what you are perceiving to exist around you. So that you've created these like physical boundaries, right? So like, is that fence really there? If nobody right now is looking at it and there's nothing that it is coming into contact with or anything, is it really there, or does it only become real when I make it real in my head because there's a simulation? Are we really biological creatures?
It's part of the system, though. It's part of the system for it to be there.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, it's part of the system to be there. So if we're in that system, it's there.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Kind of like on The Sims, when you had like the actual viewpoint where you could like go around, like you'd walk around, and like the white part in front of you, like Age of Empires was right, and you would discover the area, right? But the only part you could see was that little triangle in front of you. Okay, so maybe it's like that. So like the only things that you're perceiving are actually becoming physical,
right?
And you could probably go touch it, but you don't even know if you could actually touch it from 10 feet away, but you can see it. Unless you get close to it and you touch it, and then your mind makes it real. That's basically the weirdest part. It's the weirdest part behind the simulation thing.
I got you.
But like, we're in a computer program and we're making everything in our own minds. We've all just agreed to it. We've all just agreed to it. So it's like, we just agreed to all this. So all this is our agreement, and we get to build it and everything. But like, it's not really that real. Is the idea behind it? It's fucking weird as fuck, dude. It's weird shit.
It is. It really is.
And that's how we're gonna end this. That's how we're going to end this NBA show tonight, is with some good perceptual nuclear physics, some string theory for you there. Another Men in Black line at the end of it. He fucking shoots the little girl in the head.
Shoots the little girl in the head.
He's like, Jay, why do you think little Susie deserved to die? He's like, little girl. He's like, little white girl, middle of the ghetto, middle of the night, walking around with quantum physics books. It's like a bitch is up to something.
I'm looking at literally the worst thing in my life right now.
What's that?
Pat Bev in Chicago Bulls warm-ups.
He's back home, Will.
I don't need to
Pat
see
Bev.
It's your
that.
team.
I don't need to see that shit.
Zach LaVine, don't pass that ball. You shoot that, says Pat Bev. That's what he wants him to do. That's what he
Zach gonna have to do something because I'd rather Zach take a shot than Pat Bev.
Boy, they're in trouble. They're in trouble, Will.
28 and 30, 28 and 33 right now. Pat ain't gonna make that thing better.
And man, yep. It's not
Pat
getting
Bev.
better. You might as well start taking. Might as well just
Hell yeah.
give it up.
Pat Bev actually exceeded expectations for me in LA. I thought he was going to be the biggest turd like imaginable, and he was a pretty big turd, but like he wasn't like blocking up the lane turd. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't like he didn't make it the team worse.
Right,
Make
Did
it
not
better.
make him better.
He
He ain't make it better though.
He knows his lane though. At the end of the day, he knows his lane.
He had a couple of plays. He followed a ball up one night. He fucking two-handed a fucking follow up. I don't know if you saw that game. He two-handed a fucking, like it went front back rim, and he comes flying out of nowhere and two-hands it. And there was literally dudes on the sideline like, what the fuck? They see him every day in practice. They're like, where did that shit come from? He would just do some surprising shit that you'd be like, okay, maybe he's a little bit skilled. And then do some boneheaded shit on the regular. Just some fucking stupid shit. He's playing behind James Harden, playing behind him, like literally playing on his side behind him. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And James Harden just like stepped in the lane, hit his floater, and I was like, okay, that experiment went wrong. Not what we're doing, Pat Bev. What are we doing? Science experiments or something? Are we trying to figure out how to fucking guard James Harden? Can we get a win? I'm trying to make the playoffs. I'm not trying to figure out how you guard James Harden.
Exactly.
Fucking weirdo. I mean, I know it makes sense because he's doing all the step backs and shit, but like, no, not. He's just gonna hit a floater. He figured that out real quick.
Yeah, figure it out.
Kobe White, get yourself out of Chicago, man.
Kobe White's just welcome in LA.
Yeah, get yourself out of Chicago ASAP, man.
Everybody's welcome in LA, let's be honest.
Facts.
Oh, hey, real quick, I just saw this 2023 Hall of Fame class first ballot, potential first ballots. Dirk Nowitzki.
Absolutely.
Dirk Nowitzki, Pau Gasol. Dirk's gonna get in, tiptoeing in first ballot.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
It would be
an escalator into that motherfucker.
Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade and Tony Parker.
I'm putting Wade in right now.
I think Dwayne Wade's got to go in first ballot too. Yeah. Tony Parker probably not, just because.
Probably not, right? No.
He's gonna get a lot of shit for being a system guy.
Tony, he's a jackass too.
Yeah.
This guy has.
There's a reason why he didn't finish his career with the Spurs.
You don't want to take a back seat?
Hell no, he didn't.
Okay. Putting great. So you got Chauncey Billups, Tom Chambers, Michael Cooper, Michael Finley, Mark Jackson, Marquise Johnson.
I don't know about. I don't know about Chauncey.
That's tough for me with Chauncey.
Chauncey's tough.
Chauncey's tough. I say yes.
I think he'll go in eventually as a coach, ambassador.
He'll go in eventually, but I don't think he'll get.
But I don't know right now.
I don't know about first ballot. No.
Yeah.
There's no other first ballot guys than it's literally going to be Wade and Dirk are going to get.
Wade and Dirk. It should be Wade and Dirk.
I think Dirk's going to get a more unanimous nod than Wade, which is going to be tough to do. But like he's going to get a more unanimous thing. It's going to be like almost it's going to be a tribute to European basketball, really, because that's Dirk was the beginning.
That was.
So it's going to be like, let's put him in. Fucking, he's our staple of fucking European basketball.
Yep.
Gasol was kind of later, but kind of the same thing. He was kind of but definitely I think I don't think Gasol goes in first round for sure.
No, not Gasol.
But I think Wade and Dirk. Yeah.
Facts.
How did Powell get the fucking that fucking team? His fucking
I don't know.
rookies team.
First of all, I thought it was kind of a joke because like they didn't even really do anything. They were just like little prop puppets, just sitting there in a chair, just chilling. They were just chilling.
Nothing. They walked over and said, "Hey, good G, guys."
It was just like when you're mic'd up on TNT and Mike Malone's sitting over saying, "Yeah, you just hustle back on D. Yeah, you hustle back on D." It's
always Doc Rivers like, "We gotta get back, guys. We gotta get back on the D-head." No voice.
Yes.
He has no voice.
It was tough.
Gotta get back and play defense.
It was tough to get to. It was tough. It was tough to get Doc Rivers too, particularly after a loss. Oh, it was all of us. It wasn't just Blake. It wasn't just Blake. It was all of us. We all messed up. It wasn't just Blake. He was hard to get to in interviews too. And that's the one thing about Doc I got to give him, because every time he had a loss, particularly one of the heartbreaking playoff losses, He
There's a lot.
always just was so. It wasn't just Blake. It was all of us. It wasn't just Blake. He would actually take responsibility for himself. And
That's
his
why the
team.
dudes
So,
love him.
Yeah,
He's almost like the lovable loser at this point, even though he didn't win. You know, he's won a title.
He
He
did
just
win
like
a
these
one.
last 10 years have just
Mhm.
been fucking. Last 10 years
he
have
got
just
that
been
one.
rough.
Yeah.
He's had such talented rosters. I think he's a good coach.
Boy,
And
when the Clippers gave him full control, though.
that's not a good. That's not a good.
That's
decision.
not a
He
good
needs
thing.
to.
When the Clippers
not a
gave
good
him
thing.
full control, yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's a
All
lot
right,
of
you
work.
guys.
Work.
All right, guys,
Not
your boy
everybody
got
can be
your,
Bill Belichick.
all right. Your boy got it. Your boy got to go to work tomorrow. So
Yep,
Sure.
I got you, man.
Thanks.
Thanks for
Cool.
stopping in, bud.
anytime we go.
Thanks for coming in, Will. Appreciate it.
Anytime,
And
guys.
Josie.
Anytime we
And
gonna
Josie.
y'all gonna keep going. We gonna end because
Yeah, we're getting out of here. See, I'm gonna
Okay.
play this thing like that.
There you go.
Cool.
And we'll just do that and just fade away into the distance. No, I'm here. I'm here still. I didn't go anywhere. We're back at it. Hang on, I got it. There we go. Had to put a keylogger on my parents
Yes!
to get the password.
Yes.
The old keylogger when I was 11. I knew more about fucking computers than them. Could have seen that one coming. They were like, "Yeah, I'll just put it in here." I was like, "I just watched you type that in. I definitely know the password now." Pornos on Aries.
You got you.
Feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still
My mom was not happy.
never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.